By the way, I'm
We're
just kind
live,
of
yeah.
yapping one. Cool, cool, cool.
Mm.
I was revisiting the stream where we showed our progress pictures, bro.
Mm.
Y'all have never been that funny before that or that funny since that. And it's so crazy to me, man.
Yep.
Every time I look at that chat, I just think, wow, y'all have never been that funny in y'all's lives. And that's
Ever.
so crazy.
Yep.
They really meter burned it. And that's wild to me.
Bro, it's kind of I've noticed like there are some chats that have just like they have good days too, right? This past
Yeah.
week, man, Los's chat went on a generational run. I've never seen without question, bro. Without question. Oh, did it cut out for a sec?
Yeah,
Oh,
it lagged for a little bit.
okay, dude. So without question, I got like some of the chats this week that came out of his stream. Look, noise gate's probably killing it, but like,
Yeah,
I gotta give it up, bro.
yeah.
That campfire story one.
Yeah, you will be made an urban legend. Mm-mm-mm.
That's weird.
It's two.
Okay. All right. 3 strikes, then we'll switch. That's insane. That's insane. Chat. Also, while we start, can y'all hear my AC? It's actually very important that you say no. It's crucial.
Oh my god, bro.
Don't push our luck demon before these fellas figure out how to be late to the VOD too. In other news, YouTube is making us call you guys by your govies today. Don't know why. Don't know what the setting is on that. Ask them. But
yeah, some of y'all pretty much have the same name, but for people that I'm like, I would probably recognize otherwise, I'm just gonna kind of like squint at you and maybe just guess.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I hear a buzzing when you speak, Creams. Okay, so that's not the right answer. The right answer is oh, I can't hear a thing.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's very quiet. Guys, I'm almost begging at this point to please change your answers.
I hear a buzzing when you speak. Whenever you start talking, you can hear the AC a bit. When you speak, yes, I hear a whine in the background.
God damn it. Okay, chat, I'll be honest with you. You might just have to hold that. I'm going to do one adjustment and one adjustment only. Huh. Bro, I just thought of a crazy idea. Maybe I should give you the stream key, because the Discord noise gate will just block this when you're capturing my audio. Yeah.
If only a smart, ruggedly handsome, like
chiseled back, yeah,
delicious, like fucking like guy said that right before.
Yeah,
that would honestly be.
And bro, like he'd look great in a dress too. Like we know that for sure. So like we got that, bro.
So I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That's one of those things that I feel like, in all honesty, you got to share with the class.
I know.
Yeah, no, because clearly, but here's the thing, right? We have experts in the field, right? Right here. Like just available, ready to do research on this. Me, I'm not. You are clearly coming into your own, right? You're discovering a new part of yourself at the ripe old age of 56, right? And so I think that like we should rely on these scholars to assist you in this way, bro.
So I think I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to do something completely different. Hear me out, chat. Hear me out. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I don't know what any of these words mean. Holy shit, I'm not changing a fucking thing on my audio. That is above my pay grade, chat. That is above my pay grade. Y'all simply have to recommend us to other people so we can hire an audio engineer. That is going to be his problem, chat. Oh my god, I didn't even know words can be formed in that arrangement, chat. I didn't know sound could be so complicated. What the fuck is happening here? You know, I thought Creams was 75 at best. Thank you. Thank you all so much.
Um,
You guys talking about hard R? What the fuck are you people saying? Oh, chatters. Ugh. Yeah, why did you say chat? Yeah, what the fuck, bro? You know, chatters.
how should he said it? How should he said it?
Chat room.
Chat room. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's Negro, by the way, bro.
All right, bro. So what's online chat room?
Online chatters. You just say it like that, bro. Say with me now, bro. Chatters. Go ahead, bro. Hey, soft day, bro. No R's over here, bro.
Nah, because we're just friends, bro. Like, I heard Eminem say it. Like,
what's up, Chatter? Like, come on, bro. Tight shit.
Hey, bro, appreciate the pass, man.
Oh fuck.
I'll use it in moderation.
Chat room is calling him African American. Like,
It's like, bro, it's like your race on like an official form.
nah. Holy fuck, bro. Yeah, you're scared to say black, right? Chat room. Like, fuck, dude. Yeah.
Fuck.
Holy shit. Yeah, no, that one's funny. What up, Maria?
Hey guys, how we doing? Chat. I would like for this stream to be something a little different, right? As you all know, last week, kind of a hard exit because my power went out. My whole block's power went out. Like, it wasn't just me, right? That was a full power outage, and I have been having a rough week, all right? Gotta be bottom 5 weeks I've had living in New York City, which I've grown up in, and I've lived in my entire life. I don't know why I said that as if like I've lived in other cities.
You could have just said in my life.
Yeah. I'm gonna start over. So chat, here's what happened this week, right? The power blows out. Cool. Whole block's pissed off. There's a heat wave coming. It's gonna be over 100 degrees in the Big Apple. So Con Edison, the resident power company here, decides to fix that shit right away. To their credit, 2 in the morning, they're out there grinding on the street, they restore power. Amazing. A power outage is not a gentle thing. My AC was running the entire weekend, and it was going to keep running for the entire week. That was the plan. This power outage happens, boom, blows something in the AC, power comes back on, the AC doesn't. It's just spinning on fan mode perpetually. It's 2 a.m., it's 100 degrees, I haven't slept, I'm sweaty as hell, I barely shower because the water's off because the fire department is also dealing with the fire of the explosion. So I'm in a precarious situation where I have work in the morning, I'm angry, and I'm trying to fix this AC. The worst part is I had gotten about an hour of sleep that night, so I fully woke up to deal with all of this. I spent the next 2 hours troubleshooting on Google, trying to figure out how the hell to restore power to this goddamn AC, just so I could get through the night. I figured out a solution at 3 a.m., chat. It has only gotten worse. Or rather, it only got worse since then. I'll spare you guys the details, but needless to say, this AC is not turning off for any of you. In the nicest way possible. However, I would like for you all to bear with me here while I go through this difficult time. Thank you very much.
Bro, do you have Toon Force? That's what I be saying. Like, I genuinely think sitcom and cartoon logic applies to his actual real life tax-paying, like, adult day to day.
Dude, he knows about the details of the week, bro. Every time I call you, I did not have a positive update.
Yeah, bro. Talking to me about extension cords, and I was like, bro, that's an AC. That's a fucking phone charger, bro. You're not trying to plug in your laptop.
Yep. Yeah. Holy shit.
But do you understand the problem with the cord?
Yeah, wow. All right, bro. Keys are yours.
And this is why I like having the keys at the beginning, bro. Swapping them over mid is kind of tough.
Couldn't tell you why this keeps happening, bro.
Come on.
Strike three. Nah, Hans. He has Murphy's Law. All right, bro. Like,
your 5 creams. I'm at my best. Oh fuck! Okay. All right, let's see. Then creams goes here.
And he's out. Okay, all right. This is not good, bro.
No, I mean I did it on purpose. I had to set up stream, bro.
No, I was talking about chat fucking clowning me.
Oh, got you.
Chat, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. It was every problem you can imagine. Everything that you think can go wrong into like having no AC during a heat wave, I had it. The wiring in my building is old as dirt. It was it was electricity 101, right? It was like Thomas Edison installed it himself. Ben Franklin still had the fucking little key on the kite string. So that's number one. Number two was the fact that like the room I'm in only has one outlet, and it's only at 15 watts. AC needs 20 minimum. Number three, the fact that the closest extension cord that wasn't also connected to this same ass grid was in a different room and needed an extension cord roughly 75 to 100 feet. I then found out that to get that level, to get that length of extension cord, I need a certain size or like certain width wire, referring to gauges, right? If you know anything about electricity, which apparently you have to these days, you know you need a wire at a certain thickness. And I found out that I needed a 14 gauge wire. I order it. AC still doesn't work. Compressor kicks in, blows the fuse again. I'm like, what the fuck? Turns out, it would have worked if I got it below 50 feet. Because apparently length fucking matters. And I was like, okay, so what do I need? I had to get a fucking 10 gauge at 75 feet, which by the way costs like $120 for some goddamn reason, because an outlet extender is like is a pretty big fucking ask. I find out that even after all of that, you can't just get that shit in white for a home, because it assumes at that length and at that thickness you're using it for a construction project, and that shit has to be visible. So I get white spray paint. I'm on my roof. It's the middle of the fucking day. It's 98 degrees, and I'm up there spray painting this fucking extension cord that I got for way too much money white, just so it's less of an eyesore. I just wanted to have one room in my house be livable. I had to put up a tarp, because I have 2 ACs, right? I have to put up a tarp halfway through my apartment, just so like the effect of the AC isn't like nerfed by how fucking hot it is in this fucking apartment. So I essentially have to like quarantine half my apartment off and just work, like live out of my bedroom where the AC is. So getting this AC to work here was crucial. Like I would not have been able to stream on Thursday. I wouldn't have been able to stream today at all if I didn't have this extension cord problem solved. Like, it has been a brutal week. These are Cream's exclusive issues. I don't need to know about electricity. Sleeping danger, I'll put you in an electric chair. Ugh. Are you ready, bro?
Give me 2 seconds. I just gotta put the stream key in and I'll be ready.
Alright.
Yeah.
Having to work in 98-degree weather is actually a part of Satan's errand list. I was a good employee then. I don't fucking know. What is a Cream sitcom name?
You have any thought about your show?
I'm trying to think. Melted.
Right, I'm ready.
Melted ice creams?
Okay. I don't know.
All
right.
Yeah, we can figure it out. You know, is it?
All right. Start streaming on my mind.
Yeah. All right. Let me stop streaming. Okay. Yeah, bro. Crazy question. Do you think you could screen share your camera?
Not if you want the stream to run.
That's because I mean we're not playing a game, so I thought maybe like the graphic demand would be like reduced.
No, probably not. Because I have to keep Camera Hub open. Because whenever my face freezes, it's because I'm opening Camera Hub, for Elgato. And so to keep it open, I'm gonna be frozen, or freeze
Wait,
sporadically.
wait, you keep it open?
I have to. Um,
Oh, I don't have to for mine. That's weird.
yeah. To me, it just keeps it from freezing as much. Seamless transition, tight, tight, tight. You know what I mean? We're obviously professionals. We're obviously professionals. Um,
Yeah. Is my audio better on BR's side? Just out of curiosity.
it should be. Um, you shouldn't have any of the Discord stuff, and I should sound better too. Cookies and creams. That's not a bad one either.
Yeah, but it doesn't really like convey the tragedy of it, you know.
Hmm.
Creams and the clan. All right, bro.
I rock with that one. I rock with that one, NJW. I rock with that one. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, Chad. Let me know. Let me know what the audio. Let me know what the audio hitting on. Let me know what the audio hitting on. Cheddar Rooney. Yeah, should be good. Let's
Creams
see.
speaking independent homeowner. I don't understand any of this. I needed an extension cord. What do you mean? I just needed an extension cord. That's it. They have those for apartments too, bro. What the fuck?
What's up, bro?
I don't know. I'm getting clowned over this extension cord shit. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, pretty rough week, and yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro. And I'm sorry that we're going through such turbulent times.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, just
Appreciate the little Rose cameo. That was cool.
type.
God, having to watch you on a delay is a little amusing. It's like waiting 5 to 6 full seconds before getting a reaction out of someone. I'm just wondering how funny it would be to do that shit in real life. Like, hey, bro, why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Ha ha ha.
That's what it feels like talking to you sometimes, in general, bro. Let's see. Creams is courage.
Seriousness.
Cowardly dog.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay. You wanted you want to talk about some manga?
But actually, I would. I've been thinking about it. I spun back the Sakamoto Days segment, right? And air conditioned creams. He's been doing some thinking, right?
Okay.
I did something a little weird this week, in between all the heat stuff, and I rewatched the Sakamoto Days anime, and I was having a great time, bro. It was fun. It was funny. It was lively. It was a genuinely enjoyable little anime. And I sat there at the end of the 11 episodes that are on Netflix, and I thought to myself, man, when was the last time I felt this good about Sakamoto Days? I answered my own question without even realizing, bro. It was the beginning. I remember thinking Sakamoto Days was like a really fun, like, comedy series, basically. And it wasn't until all this nonsense in the last, like, 30 chapters where Suzuki was like, I'm gonna make a big serious manga. All of a sudden, all that whimsy's gone. All like where's Lou? Where is she? I really liked her. She was a great fucking character. That was a great little section of world. There was so much charm in early Sakamoto Days that just isn't there anymore. And seeing that, going from that feeling of joy and reading this chapter really cemented the feeling that Sakamoto Days is just a fundamentally different series. And I think diagnosing the problem has helped me come to grips with how I've been feeling. with that being said, I'm putting like a hard limit of like a 5 to 10 minute discussion in Sakamoto Days chapters, unless they're like good again or whatever the fuck, right? For my own mental health, but also just like as a, it is the least, it is quite literally the least I could do short of just not fucking talking about it anymore. About a series that I genuinely enjoyed brief instant in time. So that's kind of where my head's at with Sakamoto Days moving forward. And yeah.
Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. I'm glad you've come to grips with your feelings on Sakamoto Days. It sounds like this was like a really tough realization for you, and I'm just happy that Suzuki is earned this level of introspection from you. In regards to today's chapter specifically, I thought it was middling, to say the least. It was fine. It was all right. It was okay. Um, uh, we get the standard Kumanomi anti glaze with Sakamoto like Sakamoto just dude Kunomi's such a funny like character just because it's like man you're just here to get cardio and throw metal shit around like you're you're not very strong are you um like
Like
he
it really is zap zap. Like
pulled up, grabbed her hand, held it, flipped the switch to turn a crane on and slam into them, and then just kind of like threw her away. Like, bro, this is a Sakamoto's scared of throwing a punch. You're
yeah.
funny for that. And then lightning guy, by the way, Takamura stopper,
Yeah.
got ran over by a car. And then that was funny to me. Like that
The
was
at least car level. Like
that one was like I was like it like it's more because there's not much outside of like the actual combat to grasp onto, but it's like, did you get blitzed? Like that car couldn't have hit 60. That car was going
yeah,
below 60 miles per
had
hour.
to have. Yeah.
100%.
Like
This this is
he just hit the
this
gas.
is a Jeep, bro. This is by the way, he had to hotwire it. Sakamoto hotwired the car, stepped on the gas, and hit this guy before he could move out of the way. And man, that was funny. Um,
What got me is like, bro, I've seen them do so much worse. Like, didn't Sakamoto and Boyle like fight into a Ferris wheel? Like Shin was fighting on a roller coaster that was moving upside down in like episode 5, bro.
dude, it
A
was
car?
I think it was genuinely so funny because like obviously not really all that hurt from it, but it's like, yo, how did it hit you, man?
Not
How
even a
did it
counter. Like,
how did it hit you? How did you get hit by a car that Sakamoto even let's say he somehow hotwired it to hit its max speed instantly.
by the
120
way,
miles per hour, maybe.
all of these guys should be capable of stopping bullets with their bare hands,
Not
like
should
point
be
blank.
By the way,
Yeah,
base, out of shape, fat Sakamoto
I,
spit a
yeah.
fucking bubble gum or whatever at a bullet that Shin shot at him. Wow, that was
Caught it
funny.
with a fork. Caught
That
it with a
that
fork
was
at
funny.
point blank.
That was funny. That
I,
was funny. Um,
what gets me is like, bro, you're such a loser. You didn't even counter it. You didn't bounce off the roof of the car to do like a whole fucking sequence. Like, if guitar guy wasn't there, that's the end of you.
and,
Like, so, like it,
and,
like a Jeep Grand Cherokee and you're out.
and
What
can
the
I,
fuck?
and can I can I say something crazy? Is that how cars work? Are cars immune to lightning? Like that looked like a lot, bro. That looked like a
Yeah.
lot of
Also,
electricity. Is that how that works? Maybe it is. I don't know. I just
it feels like it shouldn't be because a car is mostly metal, right? Like, am I tripping? Is metal not like conductive?
metal is definitely conductive, or at least some metal is. Aim
Right?
dodging, yeah, aim dodging is crazy when we see like when we when we see the bullet already fired before Sakamoto does something. But yeah, W logic, W logic. That is actually
Uh,
real. You're safe in a car if it gets hit by lightning, disperses in the rubber and the tires. Okay, W science, W science. Appreciate your answer. It was just it's a funny visual. Um, And W
Okay.
knowledge for Sakamoto to jump in the car and know that it'll do that. That's actually
Okay.
I do like the fight IQ or whatever. Um,
Okay. Modern cars are fiberglass. Okay.
that's fair.
I could
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, that's
Um.
cool. One thing I will say that was another funny thing was Izuki, that shut up panel when he got mad. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so devoid of actually anything. That wasn't cool.
He's
That wasn't
he's
scary.
trying.
I don't feel sad. I don't feel I was like, whoa,
It's cute. He's trying.
you that was pathetic, gang. I can't even lie to you, that was pathetic, gang. Um
What got me is him like switching to Rion on purpose to like I don't know. Bro. He just the coolest part of this chapter was Sakamoto being like, "Yeah, you're an obvious fake" or whatever.
mhm.
I don't know if this is the takeaway, but like, could Rion have done this to him the whole time? Is that the implication? Like, would Prime Sakamoto just be
No,
like
I think
instantly dead?
I think what he's saying is that like I think that what he's saying, and but they're all kind of like him, Nagumo, and Rion are all kind of relative
Mm,
in their own regards. But I think what he's saying basically is, especially versus this Sakamoto, I wouldn't have been able to say you're a fake. I would have been dead. It's over, bro. I'm washed. I can't throw a punch, bro. I'm scared. Um,
yeah. Okay. Like
and
this version of him, I guess.
I would say so. And it's just I peeped that and I was like, man, cool little panel for Sakamoto, cool little like sequence, whatever. If it were a different time, I'd maybe hope for Izuki character and narrative gas. I just don't think Suzuki has that in his bag. Um, the paths run up was cool. Dude, that shut up panel is still frying me because I'm like, this might be the least cool thing I've ever seen in my life. Like,
Bro, this is the series antagonist. Like, imagine Madara was this lame, bro. Holy shit. Shut up.
I just I'm looking at it and I'm like, hmm. Even removing the fact that I don't like Izuki, right? I'm like, just from like the depiction of it emotionally, I'm like, I'm
It's like a
so
gag, dude.
not moved. Yeah,
It
no.
looks like one of those gags in a comedy series
When
where
you're
they're
fake
like
angry.
doing a pair. Yeah, or like when they're like doing a little parody of Dragon Ball,
Mm,
like the
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah.
Um, yeah, shit was so corny. I think something I thought about was like, I wonder. Oh my god, bro, is he just stabbed the protagonist. Like it's up. Like I kind of wonder if what we were supposed to feel was this like, oh no, is Sakamoto really dead? Is this the end? Like, are you finished, Sakamoto?
Yeah. Um,
Oh fuck, man.
dude, you know what'd be
It has
really
just been
funny, and I
ridiculous.
don't think this will happen, right? But it would be really funny because you know how like Nagumo stabbed Izuki in the back, he didn't stab his heart because like his internal organs are like flipped or whatever. It
Okay.
would be really funny if Sakamoto had the same ultra rare condition, and like the explanation for it is like, yeah, dude, I too have my heart on the opposite side of my body. So you actually were just stabbing regular flesh. Um,
So all of that for Sakamoto to still not throw a punch. Like, what would be the point? Fuck. Like,
yeah.
damn, bro. Okay, so we're right back where we started. I guess I'll just stab him again. Like,
No, bro.
okay, bro.
This time Shin's here. You're done.
Give Shin 5 fucking minutes to catch his breath, dog.
Hey, bro. He's got
That
some
guy,
chapters,
half his brain is liquid, dog.
and that's fine, bro. The other half is all he needs. Sakamoto has no heart. Type. W Edge, bro. W Aura. Um, yeah. No, this chapter was. I'm not
Ridiculous.
gonna lie. Chapter was like
So fucking ridiculous, man.
this chapter was really at like I'm looking I'm like looking back through it and I'm like, wow, man, this chapter was so genuinely like uh like vapid to me. Like it was just such a like a here nigga damn chapter, bro. Like
Yeah, like for just I wish mangaka had a comment section just so I could write next chapter.
next chapter.
Like fuck, bro. What do you? I feel like I'm being asked too much as a reader, bro.
Yeah. I truly don't understand the Izuki hate. I don't think you could name something cool Izuki has done since he was like pencil sketched in, freaking out, like chapter 30 Shin, bro. Like I like okay, if I flipped it right and I said name back to like gun to the back of your head, name 5 cool things Izuki's done or like cool character traits about him, and it'd be like he likes Rion a lot. He has flipped organs. He's vaguely strong, and he like aura farmed on like chapter 30 shit, and that's 4 by the way. I didn't get to 5. I'll be real with you. Like I'm not going to say that someone who likes Azuki is faking it. I don't really buy into stuff like that, right? But it is one of those things to where I'm like, personally, I'm not going to pretend. Like, dude, I'll be real with you. Hanami and Dagon, Dookie, on like if you like. I'm trying to think of a real antagonist, an actual antagonist in a story that I think has been as just lackluster as Suzuki has. And feel free to join in, bro, if you can think of one.
I'm thinking, yeah, maybe Haruta.
Yeah, maybe Heart is not bad in JJK. Some people would say someone like Muzan, right? Muzan's just not true. You know, like Muzan just isn't accurate. Um, and I'm trying to think because like Heart is a fair one, but like okay, all right, let me go through Kone. Like okay, Mahito obviously better, Sukuna obviously better, Kenjaku,
Yeah.
Geto obviously better, blah blah blah, right?
The god of miracles, Haruta, absolutely trounces Izuki.
Like I'm trying to think, bro.
um,
I still like Izuki
fuck.
more than Muzan. You gotta detach, bro. You gotta detach, bro. Muzan was like 1v the verse the entire way through, nerfed, weak. Like in terms of like, okay, the problem with Izuki is that to me he has literally nothing going for him. Muzan was at least imposing because he was like really strong, right? Um, I truly think that like Izuki as a character doesn't really have any of that. Like I'm not really scared of him, bro. It's not. I don't know. Um,
I'm really trying here. That this is
Izuki makes Kinshaku look like Madara. Any One Piece antagonist, I can get behind that, to be honest. But like, let's steer away from the hate for a second. The Fox guy from Blue Lock, Kuon better, bro. If that's even who you're talking about.
Oh wow, that took me a second. Kuon.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I like Demon Slayer was just genuinely never. No. I'm not moved by Aizen either. It's a battle of like unmoving versus unmoving type shit. Daruma's kind of cool. No, Daruma. Someone said the Daruma guy in Kagurabachi. No, he's better. The Wanima brothers. Okay, yeah. Izuki's probably better than the Wanima twins.
Wait, who?
Those Blue Lock characters that were like antagonizing Chigiri in the first selection. The two like fucking
Wow.
like Izuki's better than them.
That's a fucking Jesus Christ! You guys are Blue Lock build.
Yeah.
Also, why are you guys thinking Blue Lock before any shonen manga? Damn.
Are we going main / final low key Jogo? Yeah, nigga, hold this 30-minute. No. Let me hold this 1 minute, bro. Don't ever say some shit like that in my chat again. Dead ass.
This is so
Jogo, nigga. Jogo getting his ass beat base form, by the way, holding back, by the way, by Gojo is a cooler feat of villainry than anything I've ever seen Izuki do. Fuck out of here. All for one.
Wait,
don't disrespect. No, dead ass. Don't disrespect All for One, bro. Dead ass. We gotta. That's the symbol of fear. Come on.
Yeah. Also, bro, All Might versus All for One was gas. What the fuck?
It's like, don't get me wrong. I fucking
the short-term memory is crazy.
I dislike a lot of what All for One did for the series in the late stage, but whatever. Yeah. The head of Japanese football guys aura farming harder than Izuki right now. Gentle criminal. Yeah, gentle is fucking way better, bro.
Yeah, gentle's amazing. What the fuck? What about God, I forgot his fucking name. The necromancy guy from Black Clover.
Hey, bro, you had me at Black Clover. You win, bro. I don't know this nigga's name, bro. What do you mean the net? Are you talking about like the what, bro? Okay,
The you know the fucking guy that invaded like the
is
Clover.
is it the one like Yuno awakens again? Or are you talking about like Licht or whatever? Which one are you talking about?
No, Licht, because Licht was cool.
Sure.
Licht
Are you
was
talking
cool.
about like the triad, like the dark triad or whatever, or like the
No,
fucking...
he was that dude in bandages that like invaded the Clover Kingdom when they were still like the cults. Fuck, what's his name? What's his name?
Land of Waste Water Ninja. Yeah, the random fucking like tuning that Sasuke fodderized. Yeah, those guys.
Rady Spirito.
Okay,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
I didn't know that name, bro.
You know who I'm talking about though? Here,
I'm a Black Clover fan, and I don't know who Creams is talking about. Hold on. Yeah,
the fucking guy with the eye patch.
The guy with the eye patch. Oh, fuck. I can't open... Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll hide you for like 2 seconds. Just so I can open it. What? Who is this dude, bro? Okay.
Damn, bro.
He was like a... Yo, nah, bro. You're a super fucking nerd. Holy shit,
my
dude.
God. Oh,
No, bro. Listen, let me tell you something crazy, right? Let me just give you some crazy scaling, right? Sleeping Danger thinks Tabata's a better artist than Horikoshi, right? So just know he has Black Clover cock deep in his gullet, right? You know a character in that series that he doesn't. Genuinely, bro. Genuinely, it's in your diaphragm, bro. It's gonna be a process, but I'm gonna need you to extricate it, man. I'm gonna need you to get it out, man. I'm worried.
Don't say, oh, Rady's now Sleeping Danger. Fuck you. Where the fuck were you, bro?
Nah, man. That's too late, bro. Sleeping Tabata and Black Clover better than Horikoshi and MHA Danger, bro.
Unbelievable. Unfucking believable.
I know who he's talking about, and the nigga's a nobody. Yeah, like I think okay. The thing, okay, let me up the bar a little bit, right? Like main antagonist, like they at least have to be the antagonist of an arc.
Okay. Of an arc. Okay.
I haven't read Soul Eater, but does it have anything villain-wise to be Izuki? We might be talking about pure ass versus pure cheeks. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Let me look up Soul Eater villains, bro. I can't remember.
Yeah.
No. Wait. There's like.
Fuck.
There's like.
I remember this one evil witch.
This one evil witch. Yeah, bro. That's the villain. Okay, no. I'm lying. Medusa's cool. Medusa. Krona's cool. Yeah. Fuck it. Mifune's cool. Everyone else.
Justin Law. There we go.
Fuck. You could. Yeah. I thought you were about to.
Yeah. Mizuki's moving kind of like Justin.
Yeah. Yeah. Krona's cool. Medusa's cool. Mifune's cool. Yeah. Everyone else, brother.
Maybe Arachne if you want it to be nice, but
yeah, bro, just saw titties. I'm sick.
That's insane.
Hedon?
Just put that on me.
No, Hedon's better, bro.
Yeah, Hedon's way better.
On Joshin, he's better, bro. Don't fucking play with me.
Bro, he was... If you want to talk about, like, Naruto characters that, like, would be immune to top no jutsu, Hedon is up there, bro.
Dude, I'll be real. I don't think Naruto has, like, a main villain that can even be fairly put in a conversation with Izuki and not be...
Like, it's actually so fucking... Like, bro, you want to talk about believable serial killers? Hedon was, like... He was just a Satan-worshipping freak, like, serial killer, bro.
Yeah.
Tana Devil from Chainsaw Man.
Gas from Dragon Ball Super equals equals Izuki. Gas was pretty shit. I can probably give you that. Mikey's in here. I would say some Boruto and just take Boruto. Take most Boruto antagonists, right? There's going to be some that it's an exception to. Take most Boruto antagonists. Hold on, let me look up Boruto antagonists real quick. I'll tell you which ones like make the cut. So like Kawaki's cool. Like Boro, yeah, that nigga's probably just as bad. Some people are gonna say it is cool, whatever. Code, Jesus Christ, what a joke. Uh, Ishiki. Some
Oh,
people are
what
gonna
about
say is
Genthru? What about Genthru?
Genthru is. It's weird because I'm not gonna lie to you. Like you would think they'd be comparable, right?
Yeah, right. It feels like they're
But like
similar. Like he was an arc villain.
an arc villain for sure. Short
His
lived.
fight with Gon was kind of hard
It
though.
was kind of cool, and he was kind
Yeah,
of ruthless, and I do kind of fuck with that a little bit.
pow- powers were cool. Tactics were cool.
Kaido over Izuki, don't say that bullshit, bro. Take that back.
You know what it was too? His efficiency was also like way better than
Yeah,
Izuki's. Like he almost just won flat out.
yeah. Um, I wouldn't.
Better underlings. Like bro knew how to run a tight ship. I don't know. What do you think?
No, I think he's. I probably put him in the same tier at least. Um,
Okay.
let's see. Shoso's brother's more compelling than Izuki. His brothers have names, bro. Eso and Kechizu gang. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, bro.
We all bear names.
Hey,
Look.
bro. Hey, bro. Like lock in, bro. Lock in.
Well, it's like Sleeping Danger. Boruto fans a bad name.
Boruto gives whatever. Whatever. Mikey's
Is
in here.
Izuki a better villain than any cadre from One Punch Man?
The cadres, come on, bro. Cadres
Oh,
aren't
like
cadres. I'll be
like
real with you, bro. Listen, man. Hold on. Cadres, OPM.
like I'll put it to you like this, right?
No, he's definitely better than some of these guys, bro.
Rover's a dog, and Rover had more aura.
He's better than Fuhrer Ugly, bro. He's better than.
By the way, Fear Ugly killed half of the fucking S class hero, like damn near.
I'm not because I'm not talking like exclusively like on like strength. Like it's just like it's partially it's a component,
It's
right?
believability,
Sure,
you know.
and like if you're
Okay,
like
fine. I'll give Azuki more than Fear Ugly, right? Let me not die on Fear Ugly Hill. Like
tight shit.
Let me actually let you pass, bro. I was really about to lay down my life for this fucking anthill, man. Holy shit.
God,
let me relax, man.
Okay.
God damn.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. This might be agenda, but I'm not putting Lucci over Izuki. That's a W, bro. That's a W. Don't put One Piece villains over Izuki. That's disrespectful. Cadres, dude. Fuck, dude. I'm trying to think. What is the like weakest antagonistic cast of like all time? Nier from Death Note. You're smoking donkey dick if you think Nier is worse than Izuki, bro. Zamasu's better. Goku Black's better. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
The Hair on My Nuts makes for a more compelling antagonist than Izuki, if we're being real.
Kid Buu specifically?
No.
No?
Kid Buu's scary as fuck, bro.
Okay.
I'll rewatch it and still think, bro, can they win this? Yeah, bro. He just blew that shit up. Jiren did not have aura per se, but like you can't see Jiren grab Super Saiyan Blue Goku by his hair, headbutt him and kick him away and blink away a spirit bomb and then think I'm going to fall for the fucking Izuki aura farming on Shin gimmick. It's just not gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, because I remember, like, as lame as Jiren was, bro, watching him fight was magical. Like especially in the anime, bro. That anytime they were fighting Jiren, that shit was awesome.
It's just like here's the thing, right?
Izuki doesn't like barely moves, bro.
Here's the thing, right? It's so people are saying like certain antagonists are like kind of ass or whatever, or like Mikey said, Jiren's stinky. I'm not even really necessarily disagreeing. All I'm saying is there's levels to this stink shit. Izuki reeks.
Yeah, so Izuki reeks. It's not so much saying Jiren is good. It's more saying like, okay, Jiren at least got carried by good fighting ability, hype moments, and his aura was somewhat believable, especially at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Izuki hasn't had any of those moments. so he's been just kind of lame.
Yeah.
All around, and that's a problem because he's like the series antagonist, right? It's like again, imagine Madara was moving like me. You know what I mean?
Dude, hold on.
Like it's
Azuki closer to Anilaza. You remember Anilaza, bro?
The fuck is that?
As in Tournament of Power, bro. Go and look him up. Go and look him up real
Anilaza?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Oh my god, bro. This dumbass flesh Megazord had a fucking name? Oh my god.
Yeah, bro.
Fuck.
Here's an apathetic answer here. I'm not really calling him a villain. It's just more he filled the antagonistic role because he was opposing light. Witnessing Jiren's backstory, probably top 5 worst anime and manga experiences. I will say that shit is so funny. He's like, my master died. And so I want to be strong. Oh.
Bro, the other characters clowning him for the fucking backstory were fucking sending me.
Yeah.
Fucking Roshi being like, yo, what kind of cliche backstory is that?
Any 7 Deadly Sins villains worse? Probably. But I don't think all of them.
Yeah. I mean, like, listen, bro, every character in 7 Deadly Sex Offenders was...
Dude, it's so... I feel like I'm owed compensation for, like, seeing season 1 and 2 of 7 Deadly Sins and being like, damn, bro, hold on. Because it's the scene everybody fucking remembers if they watch the anime where Meliodas fucking catches the lightning spear, and that's the moment where you think, wait a minute, we might got something, and they fucking, and then they just
blew it.
And it's like, okay, bro, listen, man, it's tough.
It's funny because I watched 7 Deadly Sins because I saw the Escanor scene, where he's like introducing himself for the first time.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, right? Like, just who decided that? Like, shit was rad, right? And I remember like being okay with everything like episode by episode, and then just like out of nowhere, every character is like, bro, I really want to beat the Demon Lord, and I fucking hate the Age of Consent. Oh, just on a dime. Like, what the fuck? What did I miss? When the fuck did this happen, bro? Did we take a vote?
I think what gets me is how consistent of a trait it is amongst the main cast, right? Because, like, okay,
yeah,
it's a shonen, it's a battle shonen, right? It's very regular that you have a character, you have a Master Roshi, you have a Jiraiya, you have a Sanji. Fuck Sanji, right? Meliodas seemed like he was going to be that character. Okay, cool. Bon, why does your love interest look like she might attend daycare? I get she's actually 1,000 years old. Not really interested. Whatever. King.
Yeah.
You knew your giant wife when she was a child and you were hundreds of years old, and now you spun back for seconds. Okay.
Jericho, Merlin. It was just ceaseless. It was just fucking ceaseless. It was unbelievable, dude. Like, not a single fucking person in 7 Deadly Sins likes somebody their own age. I remember the exact moment I checked out of 7 Deadly Sins, like, hard, right? It was Bond's backstory. I remember seeing, God, what's her name? Like, his love interest. And I was like,
or something.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a child. That's just a child.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I don't care that you're telling me she's like a 2,000-year-old like elf fairy or whatever. That's a fucking child, bro. No.
1,000 years old, buddy.
Like, bro, fuck you. Fuck your 1,000 years in like under the jail. Fuck this entire manga, dude. Holy shit,
dude! Dude, the sequel. I'm sure you heard about it at least, bro. But the sequel, what happened? Like, the way the sequel kicks off is so crazy. But I remember seeing this page out of like one of the chapters, and it's like Jericho, right, is confessing to Bond's son. She's like, I've been in love with
like
you,
12
gang.
Or something. Yeah,
I've been in love with you for years. He might have become a grown man that day. Years? Hey,
You
you liked his you
7. No wonder they're the sins, bro. 7 deadly sins, like somebody above the age of consent challenge. Fucking impossible. Holy shit, dude. Like,
Take your
I
hands off
remember.
my woman, Meliodas says as he holds a baby. Oh, fuck, dude.
Do you remember when it was revealed like Merlin was like
yeah yeah
also a
yeah yeah yeah
child or
yeah
some
and
shit?
Escanor was like, hey man, who
What's
decided
that got
that
to
was
do
a
with me?
crime?
Like, yeah,
Like
like what the fuck, bro?
no, bro.
I don't know, man. How do you? When was your first realization that you were reading Seven Deadly Pedophiles?
I think I want to be real, bro. It wasn't like I don't think it was like all at once. It was just like a continuous like build, and it's annoying because there are like actually interesting aspects of the story outside of that, right? But it's just like, man, you're not even how greedy. You're not even limiting it to a single character, bro. Every single one. Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. Dreams is Discord crash or is stream crashing on my end? Chat. Okay. Yeah. Let me hide that for you, Chatteroonie. Kareem seems to be going through some technical difficulties, but it's A-okay. Don't even worry about it, type shit. Imagine every character was Fishman Island Sanji times 10. I don't believe that they're times 10 whatever the worst moment of Sanji's career was, but I will say that they're probably pretty bad. Gother is an ultra predator. Huh. Dude, that's crazy. I don't even remember what Gother's was. Um, Creams keeps joining and rejoining shit. Um, yeah, funny. You think Sakamoto did this to get back to near-death experiences? I mean, I doubt he did it intentionally, but if that's a consequence that like doing this has brought him back to like almost dying, and he's like, damn, bro, it actually isn't even that bad after all. I could see something like that happening. I was just being a little dramatic. Um, okay. I'm going to you good? Okay. I'll turn on desktop audio for a second until you get it back, but nope, that sounded weird. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, it's just weird freaking out.
I got you. Jesus. God preventing Creams from talking about women. Alright. W camera angle. Really switched it up, bro. Not gonna lie to you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I try my best.
Chat. By the way, he's not quiet because anything on my end, but it's just the nature of him talking. BR was pissed when you had already seen the broad edit I sent you. Oh yeah, no, bro. That was I had seen that a little bit before, bro. That's W ball knowledge though. That's W ball knowledge. Yeah, bro.
Just gonna quickly fix this because it reset all my camera settings for some reason.
Got you. Jujutsu no Kaisen chapter discussion. Let's see. He brainwashed a woman into forgetting her brother and being his girlfriend. Oh. We can't have another stream of no, not because of a crash. No, it's all good. I'll put the non discussion on my back if I have to, chat.
Serious, sir. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. It was like everything was fine. It was just the Discord app just gave up. I don't know.
Yeah. Tight.
Yeah, man.
I did not MZ. Let's see.
BR, did you finish Better Call Saul?
No. That is what I was responding to.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. But yeah, Sakamoto Days chapter 5 or 4 or 5 out of 10. I don't know. Um, interesting discussion spawned from it. The chapter itself was kind of mega dookie.
Yeah. Fine for me.
Cream's suddenly very tinny and echoey. Let's see. Okay. Say something again real quick. I think I fixed it.
Do you know what the problem was?
I think I had your audio, because I had to turn on your desktop audio when you didn't have your camera on, so we could hear you. I think I had it layered.
Okay, gotcha.
Should sound fine.
Solid. Okay, yeah, solid 5 out of 10 for me too.
Yeah. W dick ride, bro.
No problem, bro. It's a comfortable ride. You've improved the seating. Been moisturizing recently? I can feel the difference.
Bro, I think the joke becomes slightly more like concerning when, like, you actually revealed to me off stream, bro. Oh, sorry, let me not tell your story for you, bro. But like, do we roll out the rainbow carpet or no?
God, bro, it was a passing thought. All right,
it was your first thought. It ruined the moment, bro. That's what you said. It ruined the moment.
It could have happened to anybody, bro.
But it happened to you. Denial is a river in Egypt, bro.
Oh, it's fine, bro. It's an okay looking river. Bro, as lame as Sakamoto Days was, I find that it's like a really good muse to like get some shit off. I don't know. I hope next week inspires a better conversation. Like Seven Deadly Sins has been riding its coattails for, I don't know what I'm trying to say, bro. Next segment.
At this point, we expect other Koreans type. All right, let's talk about Blue Lock real quick.
Okay, you want to save Kagura for second class?
Yeah. I think Blue Lock had a more straightforward chapter. Chapter 308. The continuation of Nagi getting the offer. As Nagi's number 756 fan, how did you feel, bro?
Surprised, I guess, and a little proud of him for being like, nah, Ego was right about me. And I was like, kind of what he said, what the guy said. The why you here, gang?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I thought, because like you're like, I mean, hey, it's cool for Nagi, but it's like, why'd you come out here, bro? Like, if you knew, what was the game plan? Like, let's say they let you back in. What was you're just gonna dick around? Like,
I mean, I think it's less of he wanted to dick around and more like he wanted to be reintegrated. Like, it's more like he doesn't disagree with Ego's philosophy, and even the choice to like make him leave, but he wants another chance. Whereas, fat capitalist guy here is basically like, no, I think Ego's wrong. I think the premise and the point he's making is incorrect, and I want you to like show that. And he's like, no, actually, I don't think he's incorrect. I actually just want another shot. I want to live up to, my ego type shit. It would be like, it'd be like if you fucking, it comes out, right? You actually have been, running around slinging slurs in New York, right? I mean, we have recordings of it, right? But like it drops, right? And obviously I'm like, hey man, I can't pod with you anymore. They know, right? And then you're like, fuck, dude, you're crying outside my apartment. BR, please let me back in, and then Johnny walks up and he's like, how would you like to pod for real?
Johnny? Ugh.
How would you like to pod for real? Right? And it's like, you're allowed to, you want to pod, but presumably you want to pod with me, right? It's like you want to pod at the highest level possible. You know what I mean?
Thanks for coming, saying the audio and face cams are ass, and then immediately leaving lethality. W fucking feedback. Like, honestly, appreciate you.
Let's see.
Also, I'm not listening. But there's something wrong with the audio. I blame you, BR. You total cutie. Aw. Aw. Thanks. I appreciate that. Bro, why'd you lock in like that, bro? I actually... No.
What?
Chat. I actually saw... Bro. Bro, I actually saw you fucking all joy seep from your face for like a millisecond, bro. That's impressive. I've actually very rarely seen you get that locked that quick. That's it. I thought bro was about to clear out the entire chat. Fuck, dude. I thought he was about to blow the spot up, bro. Holy shit.
It's fine, I guess. Just whatever.
Let's see. I like your shirt, Dreams.
Thanks, Dane.
That's beefiest bro, Dane.
Yeah, I'm aware of who he is.
One of my favorite segments. Yeah. In any case, right? I don't think that Nagi necessarily has to like think that Iga's a fucking idiot to like want to get back in Blue Lock. It's just hoping for another chance. You know what I mean? But yeah. I will also say, bro, not gonna lie, I don't appreciate being teased and edged about a fucking Sai return, man. Like, you're not going to join the first games? Bro, please, I can't take it anymore.
Bro, the way Sai talks about the U20 match is so fucking funny. Like, you would think he was, like, facing his fucking, like, accuser or some shit. Like, the guy is, like, he's going into this match as if he's, like, fighting the Grim Reaper. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's talking about 7 Deadly Pittas with a Hisoka shirt on. My opinion still stands, bro.
The irony of that is staggering, but, you know. Damn. Nah, bro. He kind of clocked your shit, gang. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm expecting a twit longer in 5 hours. NJW, thank you for being a member for 23 months.
It's a little Durian, bro. He'll get over it.
With the 3 extra characters added to the team, we now have confirmation that Tokigotsu and Igarashi will return.
I guess, like, how did you feel about, like, the additional spots being revealed?
You know, Sai and 2 Musketeers is fine with me. I just need Sai to shit. And then Sleepy Nature, thinking the 14. Speak on Blue Lock, chapter 306. Only looked at cover last week. Was that 306 or 307, right? That was when you cut out, remember? We didn't get to really get to.
Oh shit. I thought it was just Nana.
No, we didn't get to talk about Blue Up because we were talking about the fashion, and then I think your shit blew up.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll spin back on that in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Can you pull that up? Just so get a refreshment.
Yeah, man. We could pull that off. That shit still fucking finds me, by the way. Like, it's actually so... Yeah, bro, we could pull that off. A suit and tie. Holy shit. Third slot is gonna be Kira. Nigga, Kira's... Whatever, bro.
Probably, like, working at his parents' cafe, bro. Like, he's retired. Yeah. God, what's his name?
Bunny?
Spanish guy.
Bunny?
His name is Bunny?
I think that's what he's called.
I remember there being, like, fucking... Yeah, Bunny Iglesias.
Yeah, Bunny Iglesias.
Yeah. Bro, crazy fucking intro. I do respect the fucking whimsy of, like, fucking with Isagi about the dish. Gotta say, an interesting approach to soccer, you know, mindset-wise. The way he, like... Yeah, bro, I'm burdened with glorious soccer skills. I fucking hate this game. Like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, seeing him clutch up with Lavino was sick.
Yeah. He's on the actual, like, pro team like starting on it. That's impressive. But yeah, it's nice seeing
New Gen 11, yeah.
Dude, it's so fucking funny seeing Isagi like just out and about outside of Blue Lock. I'm like, bro, you're actually you're so fucking adorable, like strolling through Spain, bro. You would not think that you're like thanks for that shit, my ultimate clown. Like, bro. You just
donkey.
Yeah, bro, you just start fucking walking through Spain. Hola. Like yeah.
Like fucking Mr. Rogers, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like like you just want to give it like when he's just like in civilian clothes, you just want to like give him little head pats.
Yeah.
Like, it's so
like,
fucking funny.
Wow, I love soccer so much. Bro. and then the next panel you'll see him like, guys, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Yeah, dude. It's funny as hell. But yeah.
What did you think of Bunny? Like first impressions? Because I thought he was cool.
He's fascinating. I want to see. Dude, seeing Sai at the end,
Sai's reaction.
Stewing, I was like,
bro, he didn't get a tenth of this mad about anything else this entire series, and one of those things was his brother.
Yeah, dude. I need that. I need that for real.
Right, like the way the way Sai talks about changing to being a midfielder and like this reaction, it's such a funny like long-term thing because it's like, bro, what did Bunny have to do to Sai Itoshi to get him to change positions? Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, man. I'm very fucking curious. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm kind of getting. I'm like, hey man, I get build up. You're teasing me. Go ahead and give me something, gang. Like, dude, they have to. We gotta. How many games is it? It's like until they would play what, Spain in the semis.
Japan is in Group A, Nigeria, England, along with France. Play against Spain. Okay.
Fuck, dude.
Fuck, man. Yeah, no, they don't give the official brackets in 308 from what I'm seeing. Like we know the groupings, but we don't know the slots.
Yeah. But yeah, good. I mean, good chapter. Nice establishing characters. We're definitely taking a longer break from the matches than I thought we would, and I like it.
I'm enjoying it.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Much needed break from the just the nonstop balls to the wall shit.
The football chairman. Crazy fucking double spread for him just holding out his hand. By the way, the little octopus arms coming out. That shit was kind of cool.
Yeah.
W visual metaphor.
Capitalism glaze, bro. Holy shit.
Anytime, man. Yeah, Sai says he'll face Spain in the final, so he might be assuming Spain will get all the way there.
I mean, they got Bunny Iglesias on the team, bro. They will. Dude, wait. Does that mean? Hold on. Does this mean we're gonna be playing France before Sai gets on the team? Wait a minute.
Maybe.
Wait a minute. Well, I guess we only have to. Okay, how many games do we have to win though? Let's see.
Presumably 2 to get out of the knockout rounds, right? If it's 4 teams, if it's four people per group, so Japan, Nigeria, England, and France. So four groups. I'm assuming.
Yeah, because you can lose at least. I think you can lose 1 game, and I imagine that they'll lose to Loki. Yes, we're playing France without Sai. Yeah, Blue Lock's about to get bent over. Holy shit!
You think? Really? You think they're just losing off rip?
Loki to Loki? Yeah, I don't think they beat Loki the first time they play him for real. I don't see it happening without someone like Sai on the team too. I actually don't think they have the offensive capabilities to outscore someone like Loki, especially if there's a team with like Charles amped up off the Blue Lock juice, bro.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Inspired as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only win with 1 if the other teams tie with a lower goal difference.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. That kind of ups the stakes.
Let's see. I'm guessing we beat Nigeria, draw with England, and lose to France. Yeah, I the only one I'm pretty certain on is that we lose to France for sure.
This is crazy. There's never been a tie in Blue Lock, right?
No, there has been in first selection. They tie the Wanima twin. Chigiri scores the tying goal there. I think, remembering correctly,
Okay.
because if they tied there, they stop themselves from losing, and like being knocked
Okay.
out.
Okay,
No,
so
no, no. They
it
win
might
that
be, it might,
one. Let me think. They win that one, but
so
there is one game where they have to tie. Is it the Nagi game though? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't
because
sound right.
right, I don't because I don't think there's been like a proper like tie, especially in like a proper game, like a proper match. So it might I don't know. This might be the time to like just whip it out for progress. I am curious like I am curious what a tie reaction would be like just for the novelty. It might be similar to losing, I guess, but
Hold
I don't
on.
know.
Let me
Morbid
see.
curiosity.
No. Did they hold on? Which team is it? Did they tie Nico's team then? Is that what it is? No, it's not that one team either. Chat. They draw the Wanima twins. Okay, I was right initially. I just found the
Okay,
wrong
okay.
chapter. Yeah, they tied the Wanima twins, and that kept them in the game, or in the first selection arc. Huh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um yeah, no. Solid nines for me for both chapters. I'm getting extremely excited to see these guys lace up again. It's been a nice little break.
Mm-hmm.
For this I think it's been about a volume of
And
off
I'll be real.
pitch.
Based on what we're getting, I could see another one. Um,
Oh, you think so? Like you think we get another eight chapters?
we're going to get Nagi's reaction. We're probably going to get more studying, and I could see that at least being like 4, maybe 5 more chapters, of
Okay.
like. But before we get into like, U20 like action, I think.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. Because they officially kind of kicked this off with chapter 301.
Hmm.
It's kind of when it like really started from what I
Mm-hmm.
saw.
Yeah.
Or was it 3? Yeah, because Nagi left through the gate at 300,
Mm-hmm.
and then 301 is when like they go on the bus. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Nagi goes home. So like from 301 to 308, so that's 7 chapters. See, it's only been a volume of chapters.
Yeah.
In this stretch.
This is the heavenly filler we've been praying for. JJK traumatized us thinking we can never have this downtime.
Yes,
That we
sir.
can never have these 600 plus chapter series pacing again.
That's
I'm telling you,
just another example of how Blue Lock is just better. Like I don't know what you guys want me to say. Like what the fuck?
yeah, no, Blue Luck, amazing. Yeah, Isagi also does have more tickets, so we could watch him watch more games. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
I'm bricked at the thought of more Blue Luck in general.
Only natural reaction. To be honest. Yeah. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
Bet your day.
I'm gonna turn off my camera.
Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second, and go ahead. Yep. Let's see. I think this could be a way to show off more of the new Gen 11. Dude, stop doing that. What does he need to stop doing? Saying that he's gonna go use the bathroom. Are you mad at people needing to go tinkle, bro? I don't think that's very. I don't know. What do you think of Nagi's answer this chapter? I don't know. Makes sense to me. Nagi doesn't really strike me as like the backstabbing, conniving type, right? I could maybe see him impose conditions, on this guy, like make demands or whatever, in order to like sweeten the pot or something like that. But I don't know. Nagi doesn't really strike me as like the super vengeful in that regard, in that way. I think we'll see all of the new Gen 11 before we start U20. Yeah, brick times 2. Let's see. Yeah, it's happening to any of the summer seasonal animes. Not intentionally. Let me see. Seasonal anime. Seasonal anime. What's coming out this summer, chat? Dress Up Darling Season 2. I'll probably just read the manga. Don Season 2. Definitely not. Kaiju number 8 Season 2. Probably not. Maybe I'll watch Call of the Night Season 2 if I can see myself doing that. The Fragrant Flowers Bloom with Dignity. Read the manga for that. I wasn't super moved. I might spin back on that though. Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus. I might gotta spin back on the One Time for High School Me. Low key. I'll probably watch Gachi Akuta though. Sakamoto Days Season 2. I'll be real. I don't imagine I will. I don't imagine I will. Let's see though. Let's see. And the rest of this is looking like not my thing. Off rip. We won't be seeing the entire New Gen 11 here if we get Japan versus Germany, which I think is nuts. Only 7 matches in this arc. Japan versus Germany, man. Me on tingly inside. Let's see. Yeah, I might watch a little bit. I might watch I might watch some of them. I might watch some of them for real. Which had Atelier. It comes out summer too. I might gotta tap. Well, the manga looks pretty beautiful for that. I don't know. It depends on how good the anime looks, but I might gotta tap into the manga for that one. I might gotta tap into manga for that one. Any moment between the bear? I'm starting the new season today. Fuck! I forgot that the new season of The Bear came out today. Or not today, but like came out recently. What is that on again? Hulu? God, bro, I gotta get a Hulu subscription. I'm not getting Hulu subscription. I gotta put in a new email for a new fucking a goddamn motherfucking free trial to go binge watch that, bro. Fuck. Shit, I should have rewatched The Bear leading up to this too. I'm dumb as hell. But it's all good. It's all good. MM3D thing with the 5. You're nothing but a fried chicken is funny, but given the series dialogue, Kanesha probably really thought that shit sounded hard as fuck. Yeah, nothing but a fried chicken.
Kagura?
W fucking Aura and fucking whatever. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, no, I'll probably watch The Bear soon though. I gotta.
Oh, same. Yeah, the new season's dropping, right?
Yeah, no, I think it's a.
Oh fuck, really?
I think so. Yeah, I think Pretty sure it is out.
Oh yeah, holy shit! June 25th, all 10 episodes drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, might be finally time to like knock this one off the list.
Yeah, it's definitely time. BR, you could just pirate. Yeah, no, I would never do that though. That's illegal.
Gotta say, man, if Hulu has just been my, like, it's a little expensive, but I think it's just out of every streaming service I've tried, it is the one that sucks the least. Like, Disney Plus, Netflix is, HBO Max might be the worst one. No, Peacock's the worst one. No, Paramount Plus. Just pirate, bro.
No, I would never. That's illegal, bro. You wouldn't steal a car, would you? No.
No. Well, the saying is you wouldn't download a car, which I would never do.
Dude, Cream's changed into an identical shirt off screen. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Kagurabachi?
Yeah, let's do it, bro.
All right. I really feel for Chihiro, bro. Like, he's got a point to prove to Samura. I fuck with it, right? I rock with the vision. I rock with the desire to show bro. There might be another way. Am I cutting out?
No.
Okay. To show bro there's another way. But at the same time, I do like that Samura kind of unofficially is testing him to be like, hey, bro, scratch this fucking sword and you might be able to convince me. You know, get the N10, you know, give it all the fucking warm-ups it needs, but like I'm not like I don't believe you unless you like pull some shit. Because him, I think like signaling to Chihiro like that he didn't scratch his sword was like very striking to me.
Mm.
It felt like a like holding out his hand. You know what I mean? Like I might just be reading too much into it, but to me it felt like Samura was like ready to be convinced. He really needed Chihiro to like show him that it could work, right? Because if it works on like from Samura's perspective, right? And I'm just guessing here. If it works on him, it can work on the Swordmaster with enough practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do fuck with the fact that like Samura is, at least from my view, testing Chihiro and the N10. Just like he's not immediately dismissing it, which I just appreciate. I don't know. I'm really vibing with it. I really hope Chihiro can make his case. The way he's fucking moving against him right now is impressive, you know, to Samura and me. But I almost want to see Chihiro crack the sword fully, which seems like that last panel at the end seems to be like what that is implying.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yo, I get we get like a scene with like a proper like right coming off.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Samura might grab breakfast with his daughter, bro. That might be a guy with some PTO.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see some shit shake personally.
Yeah, what up, Johnny? Yeah, this Kagurabachi chapter had me bricked whole way through. Not gonna lie, that shit was great. Yeah, no. Chihiro's expressions this chapter were fucking on 10, bro.
A mix of like fear and determination. Yeah, bro. Yeah, like I think what I love genuinely about Chihiro's side, is he's just trying to save Samura, and I just it makes it so much better than if he was just trying to like stop him and that was it, you know?
Yeah.
Like I really fuck with that.
Chihiro.
I'll show you there's a button.
Yeah, I'll try. I can show you how to live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can show you how you can live. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the video might be done tomorrow, brother. Nice. That's what I love. That's what I love to see. But yeah, dude.
Nice, Johnny.
It makes sense, by the way, like how Chihiro was able to like teleport his blade, him using red to like absorb different abilities of enchanted blades. It's like a really sick application of it. Chihiro's so cool for that. I would have never thought of that shit, bro. He's like, yeah, no, I just use it to teleport type shit. So fucking cool, so horrific. Samura though, having just another gear, right? After Chihiro's like pouring his fucking heart out the entire way through. Fuck, these expressions are hard. And then just being like, oh my god, this is a joke. Enough. And then just EI White Purity Blade, bam, hands fucked. I was like, hey, bro.
When he was like, that shit hits the bone, I was like, he did?
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, that's not just a flesh wound. And I guess it makes sense because I was thinking like, yeah, if it was just his hands bleeding, just, you know, Chihiro, you're the GOAT, just grab the blade for real. And he's like, yeah, no, I fucked your shit up, gang. Dude, the Masumi coming in was so fucking cool. Like, just like phantoms fading into his existence.
Ghosts, bro. Yeah,
bro.
Holy
that
shit.
Was
the
so
little
cool.
Splotches.
Yeah. That shit was cool, bro. Even fucking and then you see Iori just standing watching on the side this entire thing happen. Man, it was fucking phenomenal from start to finish. Chihiro healing himself for a brief second, just enough to be able to grab the sword again, was super cool because it's like that's that determination and fuck, my hand hurts so bad, bro. I gotta grab this shit though. It was very, very, very cool.
Dude, the fucking like Masumi glaze of like they're the strongest possible adversaries, but even so, they only managed to hold him for under 3 seconds.
Yeah,
bro.
Ooh.
Narration, bro.
W narration for real. Narration for real. And it's kind of crazy because it's like, bro, it puts a lot of things into perspective because like Samura just over Chihiro, right? And the sword master
over Samurai, yeah,
way over Samurai, presumably, right? And it's like this is a samurai, like the way the scaling goes in my head, right, is holding back Samurai over Chihiro, full like bloodlusted Samurai over this one, sword master over that guy, and it's like, yo, gang, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You're going to need to probably start juicing. We're gonna need to amp the spirit energy, bro.
Gotta like, hey, if this leads into a kind of training arc for Chihiro, I need to see it, bro. Because like, because Samurai didn't stop training for what 18 years, right?
Yeah,
like, because he's way stronger.
Without the blade, by the way, yeah.
Like, bro, like, you really have to hope the Swordmaster got worse with time, bro. Like, you have to hope he got weaker. He didn't.
By the way,
let's be honest. There's no fucking way he did.
By the way, the blade was unsheathed across Japan by someone else, and he gave it a little inkling of his power, and that shit was like fighting off 2 enchanted blade level fighters. Oh, okay.
Absolutely fucking sinister. Like, do you think the Swordmaster could live up to the hype? Just like I'm
in terms of character quality or general. Yeah. I mean, I'd be curious. I think so, personally. Hokuzono has not given me a reason to doubt that he'd be able to, if I can be honest. I think that, like, in terms of being imposing, the real worry for me is, like, hey, man. So, like, who's going to instantly get blitzed and die? That's what I'm curious about, bro. Because, like...
Might be Shiba, honestly. Just feels like that.
No.
Or Samurai.
No. Shiba might be able to 1v1 him, bro. Not gonna lie. But, like,
yeah. It feels like Shiba or Samurai. Like, it feels like a mentor character, kind of, like, executor.
Yeah. It wasn't unsheathed and he couldn't handle that, and it was doing so much, yeah. Yeah, dude.
Samurai didn't have his sword for years and came with the new ability without using it. Yeah, bro. That Swordmaster's got nothing but time to kill.
By the way, bro, the Swordmaster is he is the only blade not limited to 3 distinct abilities, by the way. Meaning he likely has more, potentially double. Yeah, dude. I'm like, these expressions were fucking, like, I have to say every single time, bro, Hokuzono. Oh, bro, I don't have anything in my possession worthy, bro. I can't give you... There's nothing I own except for this fucking volume that is enough to get to pay you back, bro. And that's your shit. You made that. Fuck. Yeah, no.
How are you like this, bro? Why is your pen dipped in gold on fire?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did that... Yeah. Low-key, just side thing. The panel of Chihiro holding the sword... with like his broken hands and shit, like second to last in the second to last page, little blood spattering out, the fucking veins protruding,
that's, I mean,
beautiful.
I'll read a Kagurabachi chapter and just think maybe it should just be me in the woods with the sketchbook, bro. Maybe that's all it should have ever been. Like this society modernity shit, bro. Nah, man.
Bro, you ever think, like, if you were to ask Hokuzono, like, what the secret is, he'd say some shit like, I don't know, bro, I see my family every day. Like,
no, you don't. No, you don't, bro.
I actually am the first mangaka to have a healthy work-life balance.
And I'd be super happy to hear that, but I'd be like, hey, bro, listen, so here's what I'm going to tell you. Here's what happens, right? All you do is watch movies, read manga, and draw. That's how you actually... So you know how, like plants and shit have photosynthesis? You actually sustain yourself on art for inspiration. Don't give me that bullshit, bro. Yeah. Yeah, dude. God damn it, dude. God fucking damn it.
Will and ink and some tree bark. That's all we need to be happy.
Yeah, man.
Oh, fuck. My favorite part of this chapter in the art was just the Tobimune. The black blade looks so cool here.
Yeah, pure black is just so fucking sick, bro. God,
it's so sick.
Yeah, dude. Hokuzono, 5 years, by the way. This is 5 years of work. I am not good at anything I've ever done. I'm not this good at walking, bro. He's been doing this shit for 5 years.
Hey, bro, if he did it in 5, you could do it in 2.
Dick eating doesn't really describe what you just did there, right? It's like, hold on.
Fuck.
You fused with the meat, bro. You're like, you photosynthesized it. Is that not crazy, bro? Is that that's bro, your gut bacteria is getting a nibble, bro. Niggas micro gut biome, num 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 num, getting a taste of the entire thing, bro. Holy fucking glaze.
My bad for believing in my friend. Goddamn, bro.
Cock mukbang? Honestly, that, bro.
Who the fuck? Yo. Is that not crazy? Do y'all not compliment your friends? Why the fuck am I the fucking
listen, bro? Here's the thing. Here's
penis
the thing.
Patrol.
Here's the other. Here's the other shoe dropping. Right. I appreciate that greatly. But wow, that
is me.
Like who's the great, like, who is the artist you respect most in your life? Like, not, it doesn't have to be like drawing artist, right? It could be like anything that you view to be an art form, right? Like the creator of something that you're like, fuck, dude, they're legendary. That's kind of what, like, not even necessarily what you want to be, right? But you're like, fuck, that's they get Tagashi. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
I think you could write Hunter. I think you could end the story for him better than he could. Pick up the pen, bro.
Appreciate you for believing in me, bro. Like, I'll get right on that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dick
eating. Inspiring.
Goggling. Just burping up fucking. Yeah, bro. Disgusting work, bro.
Oh, fuck,
hey, man. Whoever made Family Guy, bro, kick him off the team, bro. You got that. Go and get to rewrite the whole thing, bro.
Like, I could never replace Seth MacFarlane, man. Come on.
Nah, that's you, bro. No. His pen is weak as fuck. You got that, bro. That's you.
Okay, man.
2 years.
Oh
my god, bro. I'd fucking. Never mind. Yeah. Needless to say. Wow.
Holy shit. Creams used Yami's Gonzui. Alright. I got a hypothetical. If you could only satiate your hunger with drawing and food no longer did anything for you, would you take that bargain? Need to draw for like an hour for each meal to maintain? Me personally, I like food.
What's my like, my upside is just I don't have to eat, like that's a cost I guess I don't have to deal with, or what's the upside for real? You will die if you don't draw, for sure. But wait, do I get the feeling of eating from drawing though? Like it feels like if I'm drawing some shit, it feels like I'm eating some good food, because if so, then yeah. Evening, gentlemen. What have I missed? How should I put this?
Most of the stream, bro. Like I was gonna tell him like
an hour and a half. That's all. Don't worry, bro. The VOD will be up for you, gang. Don't even worry about it, that shit. Back the panels of Cheers, hyper focus eyes revitalized me. Yeah, no, I love manga.
My goat is locked in. Fuck.
Yeah, dude. I was talking to Johnny about this the other day, right? And I was like, as every chapter progresses further and further, right? The JJK versus Kagurabachi pound for pound thing gets more and more difficult. Because I saw someone on Twitter say like, yeah, Kagurabachi easily, and I was like, okay, maybe you could have said that chapter 50. Up to chapter 50, I'm willing to just kind of grant you, right? Cool.
Okay.
Kagurabachi's got that.
That's actually very fair, yeah.
Right. 60. Think about it a little bit. Once we get to 70 plus, I don't even mind. Shibuya. I don't mind if you pick Kagurabachi, right? Hokuzono's doing godly work. I don't mind, but I'm going to need you to sit put your hand on your chin, right? And I want you to show me you're thinking, you're pontificating, you're truly considering what you're reading, because love or hate what Gege made before or after that, right? Hidden Inventory to Shibuya to fucking Zenin Extermination to, I'll be honest, most of what we got in the fucking colonies is a run that you don't see very often. It just doesn't occur that
like,
often.
Bro, once he kind of hit the ground running in with Shibuya, honestly, bro, everything that was in season 2 leading up to Shibuya, as well.
Like
Gege was just, that was prime Gege, bro. Like your average shit, bro. Your above average writer isn't just like, they don't just have that. You know what I mean?
Gege took something. He made some kind of deal with some entity that allowed him to tap into that shit, bro. 84 is when Gojo enters Shibuya, so I'd pick Kagurabachi. Everything that comes after only needs to be dipped in gold, but laminated in diamonds. Yeah, like I think the real test, and I might even make a video on it when it hits chapter 100, right? That's gonna be a little tough, because it's crazy, because it just feels like chapter 100, Gojo's already fought, like he's fought there, and the best part of Shibuya is still to come, right? You still have Toji pulling up, you still have the Yuji and Shoso fight, you still have all of this shit coming up, and it's like, Hokuzono could do it. It would feel like magic.
Yeah.
To continuously elevate, because where I think it is, and this is something like me and Johnny were talking about, which was like, man, dude, Hokuzono, just consistent, pretty like high highs or whatever, chapter to chapter. He's great at that. There's something that I think Gege did, and other authors do too, where it's like everything, like, and maybe it just requires a reread, right? A consistent reread all the way through. There's this other gear the greats have, right? There's this other gear that they can like tap into. Like you think of Toriyama, right? And he wrote the Saiyan saga, the Frieza saga, and the Cell saga.
Yeah.
Consecutively.
That was a crazy
By
run.
the way, wrote Dragon Ball, like how everybody considers original Dragon Ball before that. That's already good manga. And then he just got into that mode, right? Yep. He just fucking turned it up a knob. You think JJK, right? You think fucking, like, there are
It's crazy because, like, you could argue he didn't turn it off with Boo.
I personally think that the Boo arc becomes a lot more spotty, right? But I think 3 Dragon Ball arcs consecutively are, they either, depending on who you are, right? They either pretty consistently rise, or it peaks at the Namek saga and dips a hair to the Cell saga. But either way, it's like Toriyama puts his foot on the gas and just doesn't let up for nothing. Not a damn thing, bro. And I think what Hokuzono, and it's not like a knock towards him at all, because, you know, Hokuzono Glaze Station, leader right here type shit. It's more of a, I'm curious to see if he has it, right? If he can, because this is great, right? This is amazing. This is spectacular. This is insane. And I think that, like, if we're talking about early starts, there are honestly probably not that many mangaka that come to my brain, at least, like barring like maybe a Kishimoto, that have had such an electric, powerful kickoff and pretty consistent ride through, right? But you think about like some of the greatest, at least for me, right? Some of like the greatest of all time, right? And it's like, Kishimoto to me has one of those like, he has one of those like those fucking sneaky back to backs, bro. Cause I'm like,
and that everything after Naruto learned Sage Mode was pretty much perfect.
Bro, okay. So let me let me read this out to you real quick, bro. So
I play it on me.
So you got like Itachi Pursuit, which like Sasuke rolls up on Deidara, right? Into Tale of Jiraiya, so that whole fight with Pain. In the fated battle between brothers. Into Pain Assault. Into 5 Kage. Into the fucking like I'm like listen, I think that the beginning of the war arc is a little slow, right? But so I'm saying that from Itachi Pursuit to 5 Kage Summit, Kishimoto didn't know how to miss. Holy fuck.
That's so funny, man.
That's 100 straight chapters, by the way. That is 100 consecutive chapters of straight gas. And what makes it crazy is that he did it in part 1 too, where he goes from Land of Waves to Chunin exams to Konoha Crush to Search for Tsunade to Sasuke retrieval. All of part 1, bro? All 200. Come on, gang. How'd you start in that mode?
Bro, the way he was moving, like, especially. All right, bro. No, let me up the ante here. The way Kishimoto will like triply lock in when he has to write anything related to Itachi is so fucking funny. You remember Geto Tensei Itachi?
Yeah.
Just going on like that crazy stretch in the war arc.
Yeah.
How fucking nuts that was. Mm-hmm. With Kabuto. That was just like, okay, bro, fuck. It was nuts, man.
Honestly, I thought y'all thought Land of Waves was ass bottom 3 arc. It's not top 5. You just heard me name. You heard me name several better arcs, like right before that. It's not ass. However, when we're talking about Big Kishi, top 3 is an asinine take. I gotta be honest. And if Mikey were here, bro, I know. Yeah, bruv, that shit is asinine type shit. It is one of the best intro arcs. It's just not one of the best Naruto arcs. Look, I'm not gonna lie. That's a tough one, bro. That's a fucking tough one.
Yeah. I don't. You could also argue Togashi went on one. Depending on how you feel about Greed Island. But like.
Yeah. Let me see.
Like, out of every arc in Hunter x Hunter, like, there's only one contentious one for a lot of people. But like everything else was like great. I personally think he never missed. Chimera Ant might be a little too long for my taste. It's not my favorite arc. But like, holy shit, man, Hunter Exam was excellent. York New City was a masterpiece. Holy shit. The chairman election arc was phenomenal. I liked Greed Island a lot. I think, is that all of it? God, these are so
who else got in that?
Oh, and the fucking Zoldyck, like the kill. Oh, Heaven's Arena. Damn, I knew I was missing one. I was counting the like getting Kilo back from his family. That's like a little mini arc. That one was also shit. That one was also fucking solid. Yeah.
Let me see who else got in that mode, bro. Kubo got in that mode too, bro. Going from Soul Society to Wake Mundo is kind of fucking disgusting. It's like,
yeah.
Ew, bro, that's nasty. Another one, one that you could even say because of the way the arc is structured for Blue Lock, bro. Yu Eagles League is like 150 chapters. But by the way, if that wasn't crazy enough, before that we got the U20 game. So before we got Neo Egoist League, a fucking arc that I would consider just front to back pretty fucking excellent, we had the U20. Like, what? We just dropping bangers for free, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so awesome.
Dude, yeah. And I think Hokuzono's interesting because I'm like, Hokuzono's, his floor is so high that it's kind of hard to tell like what him getting in that mode would look like. Right? Like, bro, what is you being like, okay, I'm dialed in. What does that mean? Like, what does that actually mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
What series best arc is the first one? Not many, if there is. Promise Neverland. God, dude, I say this every time, every single time the Promise Neverland comes up, I will say this again, bro. That is a top 10 series if it didn't get better, if it maintained initial art quality. Now, it's so infuriating, bro. I watched that anime and thought, oh, there's no way. Am I about to watch a new favorite? No. Read that shit afterwards, and I was like, that was fine. That was cool. That was actually...
Dude.
People will say Goldie Pond reached that peak again. Personally, no. And... Wow. That hurt. Dandadan's never been in that mode to me, personally. I know a lot of people really love it. For me, Dandadan has never been in that mode.
You never put Dandadan like up like that?
Dandadan's cool. They're like on a binge. I could be like led astray to think it's like an 8 out of 10, but I don't think it's a real 8. I think it's like a smooth 7 out of 10 series. It's pretty good. The art is fantastic. The characters for the most part are pretty solid. You know what I mean? It's cool.
Landa, I just realized that's you. Congratulations again. Good stuff. She finished.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Yeah. Yes,
Congrats.
Joe Casserole, thank you for being a member for 15 months. I'm excited to see where Hokuzono goes with Hishuku's attack on Kaminami HQ. Genuinely feel like we could get a Shibuya level arc out of that.
If we get some people, I don't think from this attack we're gonna get something like that. I think the scale is going to be relatively small. All things. I mean, it could be. It could. Like shit could blow up. I just don't know if I think that's what's gonna happen. I don't know. International Assassins, the Gun Devil to Control Devil. I'll be real. It's a good run. You got to remember how short Chainsaw Man is, right? Comparatively, like that run is some of these series I mentioned, like arc.
Yeah, because Chainsaw Man is really fucking short. Like, if we're just talking part 1, especially, like
that's the run. Let's see. It starts at
like
chapter,
just the manga.
So it starts at chapter 50 and ends at chapter like 97. Like, let's say it's a clean 50 chapters about, right? Of that run.
Manga, yeah.
And it's like 50 chapters is a good run. That's Soul Society.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, Soul Society was good. You know what might be a fun segment for the 150th, bro? Kind of ripping off Doofy, but he did a big 3 arc tier list.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of want to expand the scope of that a bit. Really put it up against its peers. Because I have a feeling there are some arcs that are just going to be like Kane's Assault, Soul Society.
I mean, I'd be down, but like, I'll be real with you, bro. We'd have to be down for like a 12-hour stream with how many segments we already have up there.
That's fine, bro. I've already decided like I'm gonna take the day off of work the next day. Like it's we can start earlier. Like we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It'll...
Word said before disaster, bro.
I know. I really have to stop making that my motto, bro.
We'll figure it out. No, bro. Yeah. Let's plan. Let's think.
Think on our feet. Like,
let's see. Shojou versus Shojou arc or Land of Waves.
I like Land of Waves a little bit more, but it's tough.
I think Land of Waves is the correct answer. I think Land of Waves is the correct answer. Wano was so smelly, bro. Oh fuck, dude.
the Baki Deadly Poisoners arc, Olivia arc, Chinese tournament, Pickle Father Son fight, Musashi arc is kind of nuts. That's a lot of years of just such solid manga until the sumo arc slowed stuff down.
Baki does have
Even
like
Baki's
crazy runs. It's just really fucking funny.
And long. Yeah, but like Baki's also just fucking long, right?
Yeah,
Like
Baki I think it's longer than Ippo or about as long. Like when you
wait, I
when you
think it's
compile
yeah,
all of the series together, I think it's like close to like 1,400 chapters.
yeah. Fucking what do you think? Because like JoJo's, you could argue also was like a pretty good run. I know a lot of people like
I
really
wouldn't
plays
argue
like
that shit.
really just like on hating or just like on principle.
Uh if you were like, yeah, bro, JoJo's went on a spectacular run from when? Like, part one to no, part two to no, part three to maybe, part four maybe, but like it's like these are, cool story, bro. I'm not talking Saiyan Saga to Cell Saga. I'm not talking Fated Battle Between Brothers. I'm not talking like it's like, and obviously JoJo fans are gonna disagree, right? It's not really. I'm not really saying like, oh, whatever. It's more of like, if you asked me, I wouldn't. I mean, JoJo's is not even really in the conversation for like particularly good manga, much less generational, like genre and demographic defining runs. Um, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Um, I think 9 or I don't know. Maybe a 9.5 out of 10 for this chapter.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. I guess are we finally doing it?
yeah, chat. It's time. It's time for some Nana.
Right? Time for some na 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 na. Okay, so stream cut off last week before we got a chance to even talk about it, discuss it, get into it anyway. Let's fix that this week, chat. Me, BR, the Shojou ones is official. All right, you guys voted for it. We're reading it right now. All right. Let it not be said that we are misogynistic ever fucking again. All right. We are the number one woman loving podcast on earth. All right. We are the number one woman supporting stream on earth. I don't want to fucking hear any ifs, ands, or buts, right? No asterisks next to our names. We are the all time goats.
I'm personally, Broken Running speaking, personally willing to hear from women on the topic. I'm willing to hear them. I'd like your guys' input. Let us know where we can.
It's fine.
Let us know where we can improve and really adapt and make sure that we're making sure that we're checking our biases at the door. But yeah, for sure.
We have none. That's the thing, right? Because we're so fucking elite on this level, bro. Okay, chat. After you check out of this stream, right? You could meet like the fucking I don't know, top 3 woman supporter, not named Creams or Broken Road, right? The most misogynistic person you know is closer to them than they are to us. All right? The gulf between them and us, we don't play the same sport. We don't play the same sport. W women. W women. This one's for you guys.
This one's for you guys?
For everyone, I guess, but are you like denying that we're the least misogynistic ones, bro? Like, what's happening here? Why are you not emphatically agreeing with me?
So Nana has been a very interesting read, to say the least.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
Yeah.
Creams, can you give the full name of each Nana? Yeah, Nana K and Nana O, bro. Hachi, right? The Nana knowers. You were saying, bro?
Is Nana that manga that got best selling in like 2005? Jamie,
you got a misogynist in chat.
Google that. Let's see.
I will also join the Nana read next week. Let's go, Linda. Honestly, surprised you haven't read it yet. There's the B-Book Club,
So Chad, I have a confession.
I found out about the hiatus today. That shit was heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Just got to enjoy the ride while it lasts. Type.
Dude, yeah, let's confess, bro.
I have a confession, chat. A long time ago, an old friend tried to get me into Nana. They tried to get me to watch the anime, I think. Not gonna lie, I fell asleep. Episode 1. That shit was mad boring to me. You don't know them. And
keep it that way, bro. Like I wouldn't want to deal with a misogynist.
Yeah, they're a fan of Nana, bro.
Oh, right, you were the problem. Never mind, bro.
They were a fan of Nana before. Yeah. You were still hoping McDonald's would rule the world, type shit, bro. That was that point in history, bro. Yeah, and like 5 years ago. But anyways, right?
Hey, bro, air my ass out. Fuck. All right, okay.
Yeah, bro. McDonald's. Yeah, bro. Low-key. Y'all should be the world government for real. Like, I think that shit. I think that shit will be so fucking cool and dope. You could sell me a Big Mac, bro. Sell me some fucking health insurance. Like, fuck.
Bro, like Big Mac and rent.
Yeah, fuck, dude. Big Mac and rent is crazy.
McDonald, go back to bed.
McDonald rules the world, and YouTube at 3 times speed is the dominant form of media. Dude, it's so funny when you put, like, if you do a mishmash of, like, beliefs you've ever had or, like, things you've said together, you would think, dude, your view of the world would be so distinct. Like composite creams is such a fucking freak.
Dude, contradictions on contradictions, bro. Like.
Oh fuck, dude.
I wouldn't be able to navigate through the world, bro. It's such a harsh fucking like back and forth. Like I slingshotted so fucking hard, I wouldn't be able to get out of bed in the morning. Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah, that shit's funny as hell, bro. But in any case, right? I thought Nana was boring. I thought the characters looked fucking weird, and I was like, I'm not reading or watching this shit. Fuck you, dude. I'm gonna go watch and read like real romance manga, like a man, right? As God, but men used to go to war and read romance stories. You know what I mean? That's what we were put here for, type shit.
Yeah. Romance stories where like it ends after they hold hands, bro.
Yeah. And so I was going into it kind of like not necessarily skeptical, like kind of wanting to be proven wrong. And I'll be honest with you, Chet. I'm low key fucking with Nana. I'm fucking with Nana quite a bit. I am that's crazy hating. I'll read that in a second. Thanks for bringing that to my attention, bro. I just saw Lee Kelly get shot. Know something complimentary was said about me. I don't even need to read the chat yet. I'll get to it in a second, bro. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, I will say like just for like basic intro thoughts. Yeah, dude, that shit was fucking. I was like, volume 1. I won't lie and say like I immediately got snatched up, right? But I will say that like upon that second volume, I was kind of like, I'm understanding it. I'm understanding it now. I'm feeling the sauce here. Ronin is yaoi coded.
What's up, man?
Tight shit, Darklaw. What's your problem?
Compliment me right now, bro. Compliment me right now.
Yeah, I don't even think.
You want to keep chatting? You want to keep chatting, bro?
I don't even think yaoi is like it's not even necessarily a complimentative thing, bro. You just said I'm gay.
Let me right now, Darklaw.
Creams
is doomed yaoi.
Tight shit, bro. That has aura to it. Doomed yaoi has aura.
Yeah, all right, I'll take it. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the first volume of Nana because like I think that was like the hardest stretch to get into, mostly because of like how jarring it was to transition between the two. Because like for a split second I was like, wait, there's a time skip already? What the fuck? When did she dye her hair? And then I was like, it just like took me a second to like realize it was a different non like what was happening. But I think like kind of being thrust into it, I don't know. How did you feel about Nana K, like Hachi? Like, because like for me, it felt like she was fascinating. Like she was definitely an intriguing like start to the series. Where on one hand, she's like her kind of like uh, boy crazy, love crazy obsession was like a little much, but at the same time, I did appreciate that like she like when you got into her inner monologue, it was very self-aware, which I found like very interesting. And it stays that way like throughout the story, which I've grown to like more and more. And okay, I know I'm jumping around a bit, but like one of the things that I've really grown to appreciate and like dare I say love about the series, if I'm not mistaken, it's a josei, right? Or is it like just a shoujo, like proper?
I mean, I know that it's published by Shojou Beat Manga. I assume that it's a shoujo based on that, but it might be a josei.
Feels like because like one of the things that like really it shocked me in a good way was like sex is de-emphasized. And I'll be honest with you, bro, as an adult, I that's really nice. Because I think like Nana just have like kind of having her sexuality as like another aspect of her identity in a way that isn't like given more prominence than anything else was like something I really appreciated. It was cool to see that it was just like a thing she did, not a thing that like she leads up to, if that makes sense, you know? So like the fact that like she and Choji like when they were dating, like they would just do it, right? And it wasn't this like emphasis on like that first kiss, first handhold, first like whatever. It felt like a very I don't know, I appreciated that it was like an adult relationship in the sense of like in the sense that like they're two people that have to navigate their way in the world, you know, pay their bills, work a job they're not too happy about, be in a relationship where like you know they have to like make time for each other, be intimate. Like it's I found it really refreshing. I think like if the buildup was like to like that perfect Prince Charming, it might have been a bit exhausting. But I think like being along for the ride, you know, seeing the complexity of like how she thinks about herself, how her self image informs the action she takes. I was like, yeah, bro, that's a grown woman. I don't know. I really fucking appreciated that the most. I think it's like my favorite part of the manga. Just like that, these are fully fledged, like adult grown women. You know?
Yeah. Um. Um. Yeah. No. I agree. I mean, I agree that that is a refreshing aspect of the manga. Like the things that they're tackling are significantly different. It has a this manga to me has a very, um, it's sort of like it it shows its hand a little bit in having those like volume, nana, what's the word I'm looking for? Sort of like a presumably future Hachi, like commentary on like how she feels about
Yeah. Oh,
Nana. Like I
it's
would
always
later
eerie.
I would
Yeah.
later realize, yeah, because it's like is Nana dead? Like, bro, what?
Yeah. Like, are you okay? Like, what the fuck
Um,
happened?
yeah, because Achi always says that,
Like,
like, I would later learn that that was love and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, that stuff
yeah.
kind of tips the hand a little bit of it, but like, it
Mm.
almost feels, it's this really weird, um, it feels like Yazawa, the mangaka for this, right, has a personal, and this is not necessarily me imposing this on the author. It's just the way the manga feels, right? Where it's like this really complicated feeling on love that you don't necessarily see all that often in manga, where it's like there's a lot of like on the surface of it, like disdain for the ways that it makes Nana act, um, and the emotions that she later has to grapple with. And even just like there's this really it's this there's a word I'm looking for. It's this like weird resignation to um like not even weird. It's this resignation to like the reality of things in heavy quotations, um of like how love presumably works, or even just like, for example, and spoilers for up to volume 5 of Nana, right? We've been kind of dancing around it, but like getting into like events that happened, right? So spoilers type shit.
Yeah.
um going into that, shoji cheating is
That was yeah.
it is dealt with a level of, I mean, tragedy
Yeah.
for Nana Hachi herself, right? But
Yeah.
what I notice is that there's also this quite sympathetic outlook on Shoji himself, like from the
Yeah.
perspective of the manga, right?
Mhm. As of
And
yet, like we haven't seen that big confrontation that they kind of teased. I don't know if it's still happening, but like I think June was like
yeah.
you kind of want to just get it off your chest.
Yeah, and to me, I mean, when he's like, "I'll just make myself scarce." To me, I think they will have it eventually, but I don't think that it's going to be intentional, right? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Um
and so I say that to say like, you talk about it being like, being a little bit more grown, and I think one of the one of the interesting components of it is June kind of defending Shoji to some extent, being like,
yeah, that was
um,
scolding Nana. Like it
scolding Nana,
was
and I think
yeah.
it's and I think what it does here is something that um, it's interesting. It's a broader conversation at large. I think more so than like than just a discussion about like Nana and manga or whatever. But it speaks to a lot of like how cheating I think is mythologized in media and like in interpersonal relationships as like this holy, um like evil act that is like the person doing it is like this, this monster devoid of any like emotion or whatever. And not pro cheating podcast or whatever, right? But it's like a fucking, duh, right? I'm saying,
Yeah.
but it's like it's just a it's like, I don't know, would you when you show, I guess not just like how Shoji, fell for Sachiko, but like
Hachiko, yeah.
also just being more humanizing to him, it just becomes a bad act, and a hurtful one like any other. There's not a like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you would see that in like any other romance manga as like they basically just murdered somebody.
Everybody, yeah,
Um
it's like the big like
yeah.
gosh, like and the person like, drops face and they're like, yeah, I've been a supervillain this whole time or whatever the fuck.
Mhm.
So I think I also appreciated that Choji's characterization wasn't like immediately like he's like a fucking cannibal or something,
Yeah.
There was like a reasoning to it, there was a circumstance to it, and I think part of the thing that makes it more complicated that I appreciated was like he fell for Sachiko like more than he ever fell for Nana.
Mhm.
So like ultimately him choosing her, like it's not like he had much of a choice, but ultimately him like being firm and like entering into a full relationship with her instead of it just being like a hookup, I found also interesting because like on the surface, like he even says, they have the same interests, they work the same job, like they just have a lot more in common
Mhm.
and they seem to get along better. And like obviously he went about it in a really shitty way, but I do find it very interesting that like even the other characters comment on um how much happier
Yeah.
Choshi is
Mhm.
than he was with Nana.
Mhm.
And I just find that like also like makes it more nuanced.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Um yeah, it's fascinating in that regard. And someone, let's see who put it, Darian. I think a lot of Nana is just seeing messy people in their lives just bouncing off each other. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Nana is just a very messy,
Messy.
like
Messy's the
it's
word,
just a
yeah.
very like there's just a lot of fucking mess. Um
Yeah. And you understand where it comes from, especially with Nana, like with Hachi, like Holy shit, man! That monologue she was having with herself in volume 5, where she did the one night stand
Yeah.
with what's
Yeah.
his name? Um,
Yeah.
dude, that shit was a hard read.
Yeah.
Not for like, not because like it was like
Yeah. Takumi, right? Or
non-consensual.
Takumi.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
was just like it was a hard read to
Bro,
like
you know that
need
book I told you about.
convince herself.
You know that book I
Yeah,
was reading. It was like it was like eerie timing. Because that's
eerie
like
time. Yeah, bro.
eerie timing. But
Yeah.
I was reading that and I was like, yeah, damn. Um,
Mm-mm.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, very
Yeah.
strange. Very like
That
it's not
that one
cordial,
was.
and I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's only going to get significantly more messy as time goes on,
Yeah.
right? Because
I just. Yeah.
you even see it with like Yasu's a cool character, right? But you even see it with like
Mhm.
Yasu and like Ren so far, where there's this weird kind of like standoff in terms of like how they feel about Nana. And
Yeah.
this is me like speculating a little bit, right? But I don't know if you remember
Mhm.
when Ren is like, "Oh yeah, I liked what's her name? Reira, right? The singer of Trap Nest."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But Yasu got to her first, right? It feels like
And dated for like 3 years.
And it
Yeah.
feels like Ren being with Nana and Yasu not is an inversion of that. Of like, yeah, you beat me to the punch on this one, right? Like I'm in love
Yeah.
with because Yasu's just like, hey, bro, you don't want her. Hello,
I
right?
do.
I
Yeah.
do.
Like.
I'm doing this because we're friends, right? I fuck with you, big bro,
Mhm.
but I fuck with her too, gang. So if you're just gonna meander, right? You know, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
my thing type shit, right? And so it's one of those things to where I'm like, fuck. To me, that only feels like it's going to get even more hard to like detangle and like unwrap. And I really don't think this is going to be a manga where very many characters come out the other end feeling like they're squeaky clean and above like the
Yeah.
damn what you did was really shitty, or like also being like damn what you did was really shitty, but like you're also a human being, and this is the context of um
Yeah.
this is the context of the um like of the world that we live in.
So interesting too, because like regarding the messiness, you get the sense that these are very like these people are either like the product of very rough circumstances, like Shin, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Woof, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we didn't do anything. You didn't pay me. Huh?
yeah, like
What game?
you're 15, bro. He said as he's like drinking a fucking bottle of whiskey and chasing it with like a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Um, and I like I don't know if I like it, but the visual cue of Shin like uh progressively getting like more and more like
Talent.
piercings and
Yeah.
like his outfits getting crazier.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I find that very interesting as well. And I do like that Nana is like getting jealous of what's her name, the lead singer of Trap Nest,
Right. Yeah.
Rare, and she's like working on her fitness, her lung capacity, making everybody quit smoking.
Mm-hmm.
It, I do like that all these people are very like prideful, like not prideful, but like both Nanas are prideful in their own ways. Everybody's messy. Everybody's like has these relationships with each other. Everybody has these complicated feelings for each other. It's this very what's the like nice version of incestuous, but like it's an intertangled web of connections, right? And it really shows like I think one of the strongest parts of Nana is like you really feel the history between all the characters before you even really like
And bro,
see them
I'll even
interact.
be real with you, right?
Hmm?
You know, in reference to like me hanging out earlier today, right? It made me realize, like, damn, when fucking Yasu's revealing, like, yeah, no, I did date Reira back in the day, and everybody's like, what? I'm like, damn, bro, y'all are friends. How could you not?
The
Ding, never
years, by
mind.
the way. Yeah.
3 years. Another
Yeah.
very serendipitous thing, right? 3 years, by the way. How could you not? Oh, I know how you could not and still be friends with that person. Never mind. Like, makes sense. And there's an element to it where I'm like, yeah, friends don't know everything, and you have a past before, like, that predates and like comes after, and yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting in that regard.
That made
And
me realize, man, open communication, and like really being a prick about self-reflection are shit like you could take for granted.
yeah,
Like it's really funny that like these characters, their approach to problems is very like self-destructive in a lot of ways
mm-hmm.
that they don't even understand, and I think it adds to the enjoyability.
Yeah.
Again, trying to it feels weird to use positive language around it, but like it's like you get the sense that like they know what the problem is, but they like push that shit deep down and act against like just basically act on impulse. And for better or for worse, like they are kind of living with the results of that. You know, as like Nana says, like, "Oh, I live for today and I don't worry about tomorrow," and it's like, that's why they fired you, gang.
Yeah. And even her being like, yeah, I can't tell Nana, I don't want her to think I'm a total slut. It's like, that's not what she would think of you, but that's fuck, dude.
It's interesting that you would even consider that. And I think also like the biggest relationship like that I find fascinating, and like I guess we've been skirting around it, is like it did feel like Yuri bait for the longest time, but like the way Hachi feels about Nana, bro, holy shit, that is some capital fucking I infatuation. Holy shit. Like that.
So
that is like
I'm truly and utterly torn in what this I think the story is trying to say, because in all honesty, I think that not necessarily how I feel about it, but like more of a what I imagine the point and messaging will be somewhat changes depending on because we're 5 volumes in, right? I truly have no idea whether or not like Hachi says it's love, right? You know, I love Nana, right? But you can love family. You can
she
love
also loves the
friends.
idea.
You love the idea of Nana,
Yeah.
but like you can love someone and it feel platonic. However, it would be ignoring the obvious context of like over and over she's like, Nana, you're more like a like you give me more the vibe of a boyfriend than a girlfriend, right? You know, blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like I'd have to be ignoring that. But what I will say is on some level, and this is just kind of me reading into it, it feels like the like for Hachi, like the story almost rejects the idea of like romantic relationships in the first place before establishing like that home base
friendship,
right? Like, hey gang, because she tries to do it with Shoji, right? But she does it under like false pretenses, and so does he, right? Whereas with Nana, it's like almost because of the way she thinks about herself and her sexuality, presumably, right? And Nana with hers, right? She's like, well, obviously we're just friends because I like dudes, right? And so this genuine connection and love is built without any worry of that. But it's interesting because I'm like, if they do romantically end up like loving each other, blah blah blah, right? It kind of changes that initial assumption, and so I'm really curious to see like how that continues to develop, because to me it seems like overt like romantic, like the retrospective fucking the retrospective like narration feels like she's pining, right? And you know what I mean? There's that element, but I'm like, you could, you know, not only have I seen it done, you know, I've read Naruto, but I can see the line between romantic and platonic feelings being blurry or a somewhat of a sliding scale in this instance. It doesn't necessarily have to be so blatantly one or the other. And I think that's a fascinating aspect of it. That like, hey gang, even if they don't get together by the end of the manga, I don't know, right? I'm just saying, like, say they don't, it doesn't necessarily discount the feelings
connection
that she's had, right? And it calls into question, I think, this sort of, I think the way I understand it, at least, I mean, consciously and probably subconsciously, of feelings are of love and affection are either platonic or they are romantic. And the story seems to with the two Nanas relationship kind of be like, but are they? Right?
Yeah.
Yasu and Nana is another good one. It's like hold on,
Yasu and anybody, honestly.
It's like hold on, let me show you what that kind of looks like when it's not explicitly and exclusively either. Let me move that to the side real quick. And it's like, oh fuck, I didn't even know. I thought it was a switch you flipped on and off, right? It's kind of, whereas what it seems like is more of like a dial you can turn, and once you hit a certain threshold, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. And I just find it fascinating, right? It's something that has me significantly more interested to dive further into it as we continue to read.
Yeah. I will say, I as far as like what I'm rooting for, I kind of hope these characters self-actualize in some way, or at least like be less self-destructive. Like the goal or whatever is some kind of happiness or stability. That, at least to me, that seems like what the manga is like aiming for. But I do also kind of wonder, like, one of the things for it's so, God, bro, these are, I just want to say, like, side tangent, W fucking character writing, these are like complex 3-dimensional fucking protagonists. Holy shit. Like, both Nanas are just so fucking good. Like they're so rich, you know what I mean? I think I like Nana, like Hachi is more, I think she's more complex than I don't know, Goth Nana. But like, she, for her, like, it is more of an active like suppressing of emotions, and a more active like desire for something greater at the same time. So I do find this push and pull like super fucking good and super interesting for her character, because like she'll kind of like Tokyo, for instance, right? She'll know she wants to move to Tokyo to like have a specific kind of life. She knows she likes nice things. She knows she wants to live a certain way, but she doesn't, and she's willing to work for these things, but she doesn't necessarily know or have an idea of her head of how she wants to live a fulfilled life. And she simultaneously isn't content to like work for this, like the goal isn't to maintain that like level of working to do this. She does want a greater ambition. She does want a bit more excitement, from what I've seen, like with wanting to be in Nana's world, and the feelings that like that evokes. Like it's almost like she wants to be on a roller coaster, while at the same time like with the safety on. It's very interesting, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of wonder like what she finds like to fulfill her, how she like navigates about the world, like, because like we see like her running into like practical problems with like job, money, bills, and all this shit. And you know, they kind of tease it in volume 5 about like what Nana's future is, like, to even maintain the lifestyle she initially was living. And I find that I am most fascinated by her realizing like a relationship keeps impeding her progress on this mission to self-actualize. And she like tease like, yeah, I know I shouldn't get in one until I lock in with myself, but she also is very romantic, or like very like boy crazy, whatever you want to, however they phrase it. So I do find it interesting that she is in a lot of ways her own worst enemy.
Yeah, one of the it's like Baby's first parallels, right? But like one of the cooler ones pretty early on is when you know, Hachi, or when Nana's like Ren's moving away, and she's like, I can never just move with him, be that, you know, like the housewife figure, cook and clean. And then Hachi moves to Tokyo, and that's what she's, and I'm like, oh, you know, obvious parallel is obvious, but fuck, if that doesn't give you a good
indication.
understanding.
Yeah, she was so fucking good, man. Like, there is just like, whenever they're really running parallel to each other, I think is when the manga is at its best. And I think like to Nana's credit, punk, the word I was looking for was punk. Punk Nana is like, a weirdly more straightforward character. And I don't know if that's like a funny inversion of the character design. I might just be like reading into that, but I do find it funny that like aesthetically, Nana Hachi presents more plain, but has like is in a more entangled like mess internally. She's more conflicted with herself than anything. And
can I be honest with you, bro? I think you're falling for the smoke screen, bro.
Think so?
I think because I think we get the contrast of knowing what Nana thinks, Hachi thinks and knows, right?
We don't see other Nanas.
And a lot of what other Nana gets is like a question and then like a very like melancholic, pensive look before just moving on, right?
Right.
Yeah. But let's see. What did she even say, bro? like I was like, let me see, bro. Fuck. The thing is we're talking and I'm so focused on the conversation. You timing her out brings more attention to it, bro. I was like, wait, someone just got timed out. Fuck, did they? Oh, it's lethality. Okay, so I can guess the genre. Beginning to regret saying I'm Cream's motto to pity growing desire. Have BR say lethality is mine. Tight shit again. Tight shit. But there, fuck, what was I saying? Oh, there's just this element to it where I think personally, right? I think that like we think that because Nana thinks that, right? And because Nana or Hachi doesn't fully understand the breadth and scope of that. Of how she feels, right? Because I even think the conflict of like Nana's pursuit for like some sort of like some greater ambition, right? Being in a band, being a rock star, being a singer, right? Being a vocalist, and really wanting to be with Ren and kind of have that like somewhat like traditional like retiree family structure that she mentioned,
like
right?
The backyard,
the
pool,
it's a conflict of interest for her, right? And it's something that she seemingly struggles to grapple with, and she isn't fully okay with seemingly either outcome that she's gotten so far, right? She does not just want to be Ren's wife, but she also loves Ren, and so what she has right now seems to be a decent balance of both worlds, but it is something that it feels like as time goes on and as more mess is bound to ensue, that will get like further and further or like further and further away from like being a reality, or at least being a reality that's easily achieved.
I don't know, like it, because you bring that up, and it is like, it is an interesting perspective to think that like maybe it's not so much that other not like Punk Nana has it more together. It's because they're the same age, if I recall. But like, I think maybe her check is coming later. You know, like it might just be the focus might be on Hachi right now. But I have a feeling like I had this like pit in my stomach, you know, since you said that about like, you know, she did just get back with Ren, kind of painlessly. I feel like that bill's coming due, bro. Like that's
and you gotta think about it, right? What is being put together? Like Shin seems kind of put together. We don't see his problems, but he's potentially like. But I'm saying Shin just seems like a happy go. Like, yeah, no, I hate my parents or whatever. But like I just hang around the band and I'm fucking strumming it up on the bass. Like we know he's going through shit, right? But it's just kind of to me it's more of a perception of of like. I'll be real, bro. The only character that seems put together is like June. Like she's the one I'm saying.
I was thinking about June. I was using June as the barometer.
Like the only person I think that is truly like just seems that way is like June, right?
Yeah. June and her boyfriend, like just solid. I think. Like I'm really fond of June as like a good control for the other characters. Like, because like okay, June knew what she wanted, went about it, had a plan, fell in love, adopted that into her plan. Like she didn't change for anything or anyone.
Mhm.
She just found a way to combine everything, and like there was always a goal in mind. There was always a pursuit in mind, and that's not to shit on any of the characters. It is just like very interesting that like from a lot of the self-doubt, a lot of the like not knowing, a lot of the just even figuring out what you want is the hardest part sometimes. And it's very interesting to see a character so clear in their intention and in their vision and its execution. Like I'm fond of June just kind of like living her best life. I don't know. I really fuck with that. Like, I think it's something that Hachi doesn't have. It's something Nana has to some extent. Like she has a vision for her ideal self that she's really locking into. Right? She wants to be a big star. She wants to live off of her music. She wants to like be bigger than Ren. Like, it's really fucking cool. But like, there is like the contrivance for her is just like the personal stuff, like how to. She can't square away that ambition with like who Ren is like at his day job, and I find it very interesting.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty interesting. It's to some extent Choji also has it ever since meeting Sachiko. Like there seems to be like why he likes her more is that there is a very clear intentionality and a very clear like vision she has, and it syncs up with his, which is why like I think they stayed together after he broke up with Nana.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, this manga's good. Holy shit.
Right. Yeah. Very, very good stuff. Very good stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think about that? Like with being put together, June.
Yeah. No. I agree. I agree. Yeah. I think that June probably does strike me as you put it well. Control. Right. Like a North Star. For the cast in that regard.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I feel about it. And bro, I'm not gonna lie. I know that mess is gonna hurt, but I'm kind of excited, bro. I kind of need.
I'm kind of
I
excited.
Kind of need the and I'm gonna come here next week, bro. Fucking mascara bleeding, right? I wasn't excited for the mess, bro. I didn't mean it for real. I didn't mean it for real.
Can't wait to eat these words, bro.
Yeah, man. I can't fucking wait, bro. Y'all know how I feel about eating, chat. Up top.
Let me, just for the curiosity of it, what were the shocking moments for you, or like moments that were like hard?
Hard, like tough to stomach.
Yeah, like was it Choji cheating? Was it like
Shoji cheating?
Nana's one night stand.
Shoji when he's sitting against the wall with the call from Nana. I was like,
that one was rough.
I was like, because what I was hoping is that like, just as like I was hoping that as a person he stopped just before, right, and like dipped, bro. Seeing her laying in his bed, I was like, oh
yeah, dude, the shoe.
Fuck. Yeah, dude.
Man, dude. I think that's up there. I think the one that beats it by a slight margin is the scene where they're outside and Nana was like trying to surprise him by waiting outside his job.
That one was bad, bro.
That one was fucking rough, dude. That one was hard to watch. That one was fucking hard.
Yeah. Nah, that was a difficult one. Yeah, man.
I'm really feeling Yasu, man.
Yasu's
I really
cool.
like
Yasu's cool. I'm curious to see where Yasu like what goes on when we get more Yasu type shit.
Like, bro, the way they talk about him is like everybody in that room would be dead without him. Like it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Bro puts that shit on his back.
Yeah.
But yeah, very. I think solid 8 out of 10 read so far.
With
a lot of potential to
lot of potential, bro. I like if Nana listen, man. I won't jump the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Nana could be one of them ones though, chat. Nana could be one of them ones for real.
Yeah, I'm feeling the tingle, bro. Like
Yeah.
this was a very. I see why it won overwhelmingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this might be the move, bro, for like genre book club polls.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, bro. It
Yeah.
actually being Sachiko too after the whole like
Yeah.
like,
bro, if I'm Nana, I'm
no.
surprised she's not taking that more like
I don't even know if she knows. Does she like did she hear
she did. She like
Oh,
I think she
okay.
calls her like Sachiko,
Oh,
yeah. But it's
gotcha.
like you have to kill yourself, right? Like that like you have to. If like, you know what I
Is a
mean?
tough one. Yeah, nah. Nana Chance encountering her old sugar daddy was the moment that had me a bit shook. That one was
Oh
that one
yeah.
was also pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, Nana's history is fucking depressing. Where she was doubting if it was even his real name and being the other woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that's rough. Her being like groomed in that way. Like,
Yeah. Very.
very. What a start.
What a start. Yeah. What a fucking start. Yeah. It's fascinating. It's a fascinating read, and I'm enjoying it. Yeah. Yeah. Chat, if you're keeping up with us, book club wise, get ready to make a pretty big leap. We're going to probably be aiming to get to around like we're probably aiming to read like 10 volumes in the meantime.
Yeah.
That's what we're aiming for. But we're trying to make some decent pace. We'd like to have like a full Nana like thoughts that we can just throw at you for episode 150.
Yeah. I think definitely by 149 we should be done. But doesn't mean we're not gonna fucking talk about that shit for 150 when we do a particular segment.
Tight shit. That's what we're trying to do, chat. That's what we're trying to get at. You know, knocking out some Nana and all that. But yeah, no, good manga. You know, W pick on y'all's part. Good shit. Appreciate y'all. But yeah,
very awesome. Yeah. I'm almost glad the power outage happened because I am glad it gave me a chance to read other volumes, so we're able to like just have a more robust opinion going into this one.
Yeah. It will be. It'll be an interesting one, Chet. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is gonna be. Y'all will know it got me if y'all see me post something on Twitter about it. That's how y'all know for real. I was like, fuck. I can't wait till Sunday.
Yeah. I got some shit to say. Yeah. Very fun stuff. Yeah, man. W stream.
Yeah. You know, appreciate y'all coming out as per usual. You know, for members, we will see you guys this Thursday with content.
Of some kind.
Maybe it'll be a game. Maybe it'll be a yap. We like to leave it in suspense for y'all, just so y'all never know. Just so y'all never know our next move. Come on now. You know,
members, we'll see you Thursday.
Just so y'all never know what it is. You know. Fell for the heavy type shit. Yeah, you know, for Sunday, y'all know what it is. You know what I mean? Go and talk about the chapters when they come out. Go and talk about some more Nana. Some miscellaneous yapping. Cream's getting jealous of lethality. Like the whole smorgasbord of I roll, bro. Good shit. The whole smorgasbord of like, you know, content, bro. Aren't there only like 21 volumes? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, appreciate y'all. And yeah, get hyped for episode 150, chat. It is coming up sooner and sooner every single day.
Yeah. 150, 3 weeks. Let's do this.
Whoop. Let's lock it in, chat. Let's lock it in. But yeah, appreciate y'all. We'll see you in the next one.